Hello and welcome to the Point in Progress podcast, episode 24. Your one-stop shop for news, recommendations, and some spicy takes. Join 5 friends across 3 time zones and 2 countries every week as we discuss all things we love while still thinking critically of them.
We're
Welcome.
actually 4 time zones today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we
I forgot
are.
to update it. We're 4 time
we are
zones.
4 today. Yeah, Eastern as well. Oh,
It's a lot of numbers.
yeah. We
Lots of numbers.
Yeah,
we're,
a lot of coordination.
We're spanning the globe, guys. We're just spanning the globe.
We are Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, there are only 4 time zones.
That's it.
That's
no
it.
more.
That's it.
No less.
Today we have Sly. How you doing, Sly?
I am alive. I am very tired. I saw Shang-Chi last night, which was incredible, but I am very tired.
Nice. And we have Fiona coming in with the spicy chicken nuggets. How you doing?
As she's chewing.
Pretty good.
That's what you meant by spicy takes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Hi guys. I hope you're having a great week. I'm doing well. Wish Harv didn't pick on me as I took a bite of chicken nuggets. But here we are. Can't wait to call him on questions when he decides to start eating his chicken nuggets.
Oh, me. I'm out.
I think God.
Yeah.
We started
that
like
meant-
2 minutes ago.
They were
Harv
just
literally
so good.
Harv opened up that box and said, "It's feeding time," and just
still have
munched it all up.
Mine.
I also haven't eaten anything today, so that's that.
Jesus Christ. Well, Kelsey, welcome to the chaos.
I'm just watching Hera. I'm just watching
Aaron's
the
trying to
cat.
figure out a way to get some spicy nugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She's not
another
getting spicy.
other voice we hear is Frank. How you doing, Frank?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm doing well.
How you
I'm
feeling?
doing well. Good. I am very excited for the weekend. It is long weekend, and I am gonna relax for the long weekend. I'm excited about that. And I'm your host, Harv. And today we have a special guest from SixOneIndie, Kelsey. How you doing, Kelsey?
I'm gonna mirror Sly. I'm alive.
I feel like that's just like
I'm living.
that's like the vibe that everybody's going for right now.
Oh yeah.
That's what they. Wow. Okay. Aaron's
For
like,
the
fuck this, I'm out.
for the past 2 days, I have been yelled at by very rich, entitled people wanting to get tattoos immediately, but not being able to get to our shop because the highways are closed, and somehow I needed to control the hurricane.
Oh yeah, you guys have the hurricane over there right now on the East Coast.
Mhm.
It hasn't
Yeah,
affected you
Kelsey-
guys where you guys are right now, right?
Where I am, we lucked out, but even like 10 minutes away is kind of still underwater.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Our roommate's job was totally underwater.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I did
Yeah.
not think it's like it was supposed to hit. I think it was hitting Louisiana, and then it just started shifting up, and it's just
Yeah.
crazy to think about that it actually hit
It
New
just
York, like
went
Connecticut and stuff like that.
Yeet.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just yeeted itself towards that side. But
Yeah.
before we get into the podcast, guys, we're gonna do a little bit of housekeeping. I don't know why it says summer vacation here.
We took a summer vacation.
Oh, okay.
Did we?
We
Oh,
took 2
yeah.
weeks off.
Oh, did we? Wait, your summer vacation is 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's what we were
podcast
calling it.
did.
We called it our podcast
That's like
summer
a spring
vacation.
break. That's like a spring break right there.
Yeah. That's like a.
But it's not spring.
It's like an extended holiday.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. But there is actual housekeeping. On Monday, or yeah, it was Monday or Tuesday, we released the 12-minute spoiler cast. It was me, I was gonna say Frank, god damn it. Me,
Yeah.
Mario, Robert, and Robo all sat down and talked about 12 minutes. A very passionate discussion about 12 minutes, I will say. And then today, as you're watching or hearing this podcast, we released our Final Fantasy 14 podcast, Fantasy in Progress, episode 1, where we talk about our background and other MMOs and how it translates to Final Fantasy and what the differences are and what we think about the story for Realm Reborn. If you guys want, you guys can check that out there. But now that we are done with housekeeping, we're going to ask everybody what we've been playing. So,
Are you Spider-Man? Like, are you trying to shoot some web?
That's very
So,
theatrical.
Sophia, what have you been playing?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna like specifically spend too much time talking about Final Fantasy because I know
You're not allowed. It's illegal
allowed.
now. You have your own podcast. for
No,
that.
you can. No, we could. Final Fantasy is gonna bleed in everywhere, and if you're not a part of it, you can be.
I just want to say I dyed my hair.
Ooh.
My character.
Oh.
I dyed my character's hair.
Oh.
And
I thought you dyed your actual hair. I
Oh
was
my
like, I
God.
don't really see it, but hey, you
I
know.
dyed my hair.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I changed my hair color in Final Fantasy, and I changed it 3 times yesterday. And for anyone who's listening, that's 6,000 gil. So that's a lot of money that I spent yesterday because I couldn't
Jesus.
make up my
Christ.
mind.
You have like 2.3 million. That's nothing.
Yeah, no,
we're not talking-
you make money so easily in that game. It's all good.
We're not talking about how much money I have, but I did play some great games over our holiday. I played Epistory. It's a typing story where you type throughout the game to be able to progress through the adventure. It is very, very good. It's on Stadia. It's also on Steam, but I played it specifically on Stadia because it was a Stadia Pro game, and I really enjoyed it. It was a very entertaining time. There was a glitch specifically, and it wasn't because of Stadia. It was the game itself.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I tried multiple browsers and it just got stuck to one specific area, and so it was just the game. But that was a really good experience. And then I played Behind the Frame by Silver Lining Studios. I cried, like ugly cried on stream. So if you want to go back and watch that, I ugly cry during that game playthrough. It's a fantastic game. It was really, really good. I enjoyed every single second of it, even though it got a little bit creepy. Was not expecting the creepiness. But yeah, it was a fantastic hour and a half of my life where I got to spend playing that video game.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad to hear that because that's on my list. As soon as I'm done moving, I want to get into that for sure.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Also, yeah, 6K is Chump Chain, Dustin. Thank you for the lurk, Dustin. Appreciate it. Frank, what have you been playing?
I've been playing this critically acclaimed Final Fantasy game, but I've also been playing a game called Project Zomboid. And let me tell you about Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid is a game where you are thrown into a random house in the middle of a zombie apocalypse at the very beginning of it, and you are set to survive with whatever you have. So you get a few little points here and there in the beginning of the game, but you also have to have some traits that are negative as well. Like you can be a slow learner, or you could be unfit, so you can't run as far or something like that.
So you could be smarter but unfit or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
you have to have you have to have a balance. If you're gonna add good perks, you got to have a bad perk to kind of level it out.
Nice.
And you just kind of do whatever you want. You can start the game whatever you want. You can go look for food. You can go look for weapons. You can find a random house and start building around it. The world's your oyster, but you still have to build up like skills. There are zombies that will constantly attack the house. They listen for noise. So if you watch TV, they can hear the TV on. If you use the lights in the house, they can see that the lights are on and start, walking towards the home because of that. It's a very, very, very punishing game. Very, very hard. I think my first few hours of that game were me just surviving for like 1 or 2 hours and then just dying. Because once you're bitten in that game, you're done. It doesn't matter. You're dead. Your character's gone. You have to restart from the very beginning.
Can't just cut
So
off
it's a
your arm
roguelike.
and just
Yeah,
be like, all
it's a-
right.
You can try. You can stave it off for a little bit, but eventually the bite will get you, just like a real zombie apocalypse. And once
Yes,
you're dead
a
in that
totally
game,
real zombie apocalypse.
once you're done with that, but like once you're dead in that game, you're done. Your character's dead for good. You have to restart from the very beginning, and it's kind of like a roguelike in that way, because you're constantly learning through each playthrough. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with that. It's a good time sink.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, we saw a little bit of playing it. It looks pretty cool. Sly, what have you been playing / listening to? Because you bring in the listens most of the time as well.
I've not been listening to a lot of podcasts lately because I have been trying desperately, and I finally accomplished it, to finish everything in the MC universe. So I've been watching a lot of the extended TV shows. So as Mario said, I have graduated from MC University with a master's in multiverse. So I'm 100% caught up on everything MCU, which was an accomplishment. Let me tell you, Cloak and Dagger, excellent. Not enough people talking about it. That show is so fucking good. So good.
Is that part of the MCU?
It's like Netflix has their shows. There's also the Hulu shows, which are Runaways and Cloak and Dagger. And they're very good. But Cloak and Dagger is probably my favorite of the MCU shows for sure. And then in a very similar vein, I've been playing Marvel's Avengers. Kate Bishop is excellent. Very much enjoying her. I haven't gotten into the Wakanda stuff yet. I did the very first part of that, and that was fun. But I've been focusing mostly on the Kate Bishop story as of late.
Nice. Heck, yes. Kelsey, what have you been playing / listening to?
So, I'm going back in time, and I'm playing my 4th run through of Slime Rancher.
Nice.
Nice.
That is a game I've never played.
Love
before.
that for you.
It's like one of my favorite games ever. Somehow I've turned this into a speed run, so I've probably put, I don't know, 6 hours in, and I'm already almost at the end.
Nice.
I unlocked the final area, but I'm trying to become rich and powerful. So,
what is the premise of this game? Because you're just capturing slimes, right? Is that what the game is?
And ranching.
And so you're capturing slimes for your ranch.
Yeah, it's called Slime Rancher.
Yeah.
Harv?
I'm trying to figure out what this game is.
And so you're learning about this world that's called the Far, Far Range, and like the farmer that was there before you and his story. You're mostly learning about like his story. It's a very cry at the end of the game type of game. But yeah, like at this point I'm farming my slimes to sell their poop to get money.
Of course.
I love that.
That's
Is that how you get currency in this game?
yeah,
That
you
makes
said
sense.
they're called plorts, but they pretty much just poop them out when you give them food.
Okay.
Okay. So what you're saying is
So-
they shit gold.
Essentially, one of
Hell
them
yeah, dude.
literally shits gold. And like now I'm creating hybrids that are giving me lots of money for their poop. It's great.
That sounds great.
Love a good ranching game.
It seems a very a very relaxing game. I don't know if that's true.
It is to a certain point until your slimes start getting just crazy and they take over your ranch. Like, I wasn't feeding my cat slimes enough, my tabby slimes, so they escaped their pen and like went running for my chicken coop.
They overthrowing the manager.
Yeah,
They
they ate
revolt.
all of my chickens.
Mutinies.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that sounds like awesome. That sounds like a great. I want to play that just
love
to
it.
play it because like I know I think I have it for Epic. I think it was free on Epic at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Continue.
No, go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say I forgot one thing. I introduced 2 of these people to a show that I actually tend to watch. Every spooky season, there is a like it's like garbage tier, but at the same time it's fantastic. It's Scream Queens. So I introduced both Harv and Frank to this show, and it has been a Ryden, mostly because Frank has already started quoting the show to us on multiple occasions.
I go to Starbucks now and I order a Trenton no foam 5-shot half calf no foam pumpkin spice latte with no foam at 210 degrees.
Yes, which is
Jesus Christ.
yeah. No,
on that note, I forgot that I also started rewatching Downton Abbey because I hate myself.
Let's go. Let's go. Downton Abbey is such a good show.
I love Downton Abbey so much, but it's the show that I watch whenever I feel like I need to cry but can't physically. So I just put on Downton Abbey to ruin my soul.
Oh, but it's so wholesome too at the same time. It's so good.
Oh,
it's
God.
so good.
So good.
So for
I
me,
did restart New Girl.
oh, that's a great show too. That's a great show too.
Love
Yeah.
New Girl.
Nice.
so good.
For me, for what I've been watching Lost. We're just about to finish season 5. Very excited because I like Lost a lot. It's a good show. Is anybody that says otherwise is wrong. I'm sorry.
I wonder who said that. Who said those words?
90% of the population. And also Final Fantasy 14 is also what we've been playing as a group and stuff like that. But we also played Phasmophobia yesterday. So we jumped back into this game. I haven't played it for I think about like 2 or 3 months now. I think that's the last time we played it. And this one they've added a couple of new maps. They've added some new ghosts as well. They've updated like the textures and stuff like that. It's a really, really good game. They really upgraded this game. So I feel like it's gonna get a resurgence when like October hits. I think people are going to start jumping back into it because of these updates. And yeah, what Oda said, now play it in VR. I want to play it in VR at some point, which is gonna be my once. I think that now I'm in a good position where I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a terrible idea. That game is interesting. Interesting.
And the question in chat right now, what is everyone's thought on Nickelback? Nickelback is fine. I like Nickelback.
They have a few good songs.
Yeah.
They're not. They don't have all the greatest songs, but they got a few good songs. Photograph is the shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
They're Canadian
Dream
classic,
to
guys.
some Nickelback.
Canadian classics.
Oh, on that note, I have to issue an official apology to all of Canada for every time I've talked smack. Simu Liu is incredible and an international treasure, so I take back everything bad I said about Canada.
Traitor.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
What the hell?
Yeah,
I think
he was
from
on
Toronto.
Kim's Convenience. Yep, he's.
You
from
know the
Toronto.
rule, Sly. We can hate America all we want, but when it comes to bagging on other countries, we unite.
Yeah,
I typically am on board, but
don't
Simu
compliment
Liu
the
won me
enemy.
over.
I'm excited to watch that movie though. At some point, I'm excited to watch it.
I already have tickets for Monday, and I might see it tomorrow as well.
I think I'm gonna wait until it gets onto Disney Plus, which is in 45 days, I think, after it comes out. So
We're talking
if
about
you
Shang-Chi?
yeah, Shang-Chi.
If you
It's
want
great.
a really good show with him on it, it's Kim's Convenience.
Yeah.
It is a Canadian show, and
Shout out to CBC.
I mean, I'm not really happy with CBC because they canceled it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. But like they start.
Yeah,
like,
shout out to
it was on
CBC.
their-
Well, it's
on
the
their-
same thing with like Schitt's Creek. Like,
Yeah.
shout out to CBC for coming out with those like golden shows. But like, yeah, fantastic show. Absolutely recommend it.
Yeah. All right. Now that we're done with what we've been doing, should we want to get to the news?
No.
Yeah, here, let me get it ready here.
Let's do
Never.
it. Gonna give it over to Frank. This first story, I really want to talk to everybody about it. I can't wait.
All right, yeah, I made sure this story was in here just because Harv is super excited about this. But our first article this week comes from Polygon's Nicole Carpenter. Twitch departures continue as Tim the Tatman leaves for YouTube. So, guys, following a bunch of departures from Twitch, including Dr. Lupo, Valkyrie, and Courage, it seems that Tim the Tatman has also announced he is joining them on the YouTube gaming platform. It looks like YouTube is starting to do what Mixer started and finally build a platform that could actually rival Twitch. But can the mass exodus of viewers be enough to build up the platform? So, Harv, I know you have thoughts on this. You have a lot of thoughts on this.
I do, because I've been seeing this. I've been watching this from afar and trying to see like what everybody's been thinking about. And like one of my main questions, like before I get into it, I just want to ask like what your guys' like main thoughts on this are for this. Like for Kelsey, I know you guys stream on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
For SixOneIndie. Has that ever like crossed your guys' mind for like YouTube? Because I know you guys make a lot of YouTube content as well.
Literally today.
Literally today.
Yeah. We hadn't talked about it until today, but yeah, we're contemplating it because I don't know, just it seems like Twitch is not wanting to do anything about the issues going on. So it almost seems to me like it makes more sense.
Yeah, because the funny thing is about all the stuff that's happening is that I got an email today from Twitch, and I'm pretty sure every creator got this email because it's to all creators talking about like, oh yeah, all the stuff that's happening with the hate raids and stuff like that. It's terrible that there's no
frozen.
Oh, I am too.
Harv
Wait,
is
Well,
wait for it. Wait for it.
Pose. He's gone. Damn it.
Oh no!
Wait for it.
Chaos ensues.
Wait, what?
It's okay, we'll fix it
Fix
in
it in
post.
post. It's all good.
Fix it in post, Harv. Fix it in post.
Oh my god.
Hello?
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 You guys can hear me, right?
Hello?
Mhm.
There
Yeah,
we
you're
go.
good now.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
I don't know what. All my USBs just went.
Should we Harv pose again?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
Press to stay on Twitch and help them again. Well, not on YouTube. All right, sounds good, Crafty. Sounds good. See, that's also something that is what Crafty is talking about as well. But for my thought on this was like, yeah, so Twitch sent this thing to all the creators, say like, yeah, there is this support chat or this support page that we're consolidating everything that's going to be there. There's going to be a seminar or something like that, and then they showed you like, or they told you, yeah, you can put it in a follower only mode, or then there's an auto mod thing. It's like those things already exist. Like
Right.
we have those already.
Yeah. We're using those already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there anything new that you guys are adding to the platform to help with this?
yeah,
And like, why have you not banned the like giant hate bot, like the hate raid bot? It's got 23,000 followers the last I saw. Why is it still up?
Is that the 4 something or other one? Is that the one or the Haas one that's going
That's the
around?
Haas one.
Haas one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it, Frank.
it's I think it's a good idea for people to leave to another platform, mainly just because Twitch hasn't really had much competition on the platform. I mean, you've had Mixer and you've had YouTube Gaming, but neither of them have really been as big or even a fraction of like the amount of people coming into like something like Twitch. And with problems like what's going on with the hate raids and stuff like that, if you don't have that competition for people to actually go to, at the end of the day, Twitch is probably just going to look at it and go, well, we're losing people, yeah, but we can really take our time on this. And with actual competition, leaving for YouTube and stuff like that, this is a very good way for people at Twitch to go, okay, people are now leaving the platform because of stuff like this and, all these issues. Maybe we should actually do something about it. But without any kind of competition, they're just probably going to sit on their laurels and call it a day.
yeah, and I saw
That's a
something
good
that
point,
said
yeah.
end of the year for like Twitch said end of the year they'll have a fix. But end of the year, like I get it, it's coming up, which is scary to think about, but it's also that's too far away. So I feel like if enough people leave, they'll maybe be like, oh, maybe we should do a little sooner than end of the year.
Some actual competition usually breeds a lot of, unique ideas on both platforms, and doing something like this with, big streamers, especially streamers that play together with each other, is a very good way for Twitch to open their eyes and be like, yeah, we need to retain who we have left.
Yeah.
I don't really care about any of the big streamers, but I'm happy to see some of them recognizing the power they hold and acknowledging that this is a problem and that leaving for a competitor's service could actually fix things. So respect to them for for doing something with the power they hold over the platform, because it's, you know, like Twitch has the best design for any streaming platform out there. That's not a competition. But if YouTube can get big names on there, hopefully their design will improve, and then hopefully Twitch will do something about their users being shitty.
This is the thing that I've been thinking about when it comes to this, is like, yeah, YouTube's design is not great, right? They need to go in there, they need to fix all, like, a lot of their stuff. They need to fix, like, their chat, how it kind of how it works. They have to put gifted subs. They have a bunch of this stuff to do. The thing is, those are at a development point, those are easy fixes, right?
Yeah.
You can roll those out pretty quickly and pretty easily for the most part. When it comes to Twitch, and like, because I've been using YouTube recently because of some of the streamers that went over there, and I've been watching their streams, and I've been just trying to look at their design and how it all works and stuff like that. Twitch has a different problem. They have more of an infrastructure problem when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Because when you watch something on Twitch and you pause and you leave and you come back, it goes back to the live part of the stream. When you go on YouTube, you start where you left off, so you don't miss anything.
That player is so much better,
right? Their clips, for example, you make a clip, and right when you watch the clip, it takes you right to the VOD of the clip, and you can watch it from that clip all the way to the end of the VOD. Right? They keep their VODs up forever as well. YouTube does. So I feel like there's more of an infrastructure, because like fixing infrastructure is so much harder than fixing the little things like gifted subs and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
One of the biggest things, in my opinion, that YouTube doesn't have is the culture. Twitch culture is just huge.
Absolutely.
They don't have like the POG champs. They don't have they have none of those kind of things. And to be honest with you, like, just watching people's streams on YouTube, the chat to like person like interaction just really isn't there. You know what I mean? Just, I guess, I don't know if it's the way the chat works on like the broadcaster's end, but like I rarely ever see anybody I've ever seen, you know, live stream on YouTube really kind of talk to the chat all that much.
Yeah, I see it different. I don't know. Maybe that's just depending on the person itself too. It could be right in itself.
I think it really depends on the type of live, because I don't watch a lot of like YouTube gaming, but I do watch people do like live streams on YouTube, and those tend to be more chat interactions. But every time I've watched something on YouTube gaming, it seems like there's a lot less interaction with the chat for sure. So I definitely see how that culture can definitely be improved.
Yeah, I also think this is much different from what Mixer's doing. What Mixer did before was buying out like these big streamers and be like, "Hey, come over here. We have Shroud. We have Ninja over here. Come over here."
Yeah.
This feels more like they're bringing an ecosystem from Twitch over to YouTube.
Yeah.
And then planting it there and just being like, it'll grow by itself now, in a way.
Yeah.
When you bring the right people over.
And I mean, the thing with Mixer too, like, it's gonna sound weird, but I noticed at conventions and stuff, Mixer was very over the top and like, we're the best. And,
I still have a shirt
a little much
from E3 that has like Mixer on the back of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like they were trying to shove Mixer down people's throats to the point that I feel like people got sick and tired of Mixer.
We're a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we get it.
We understand you need to chill out, please.
Yeah.
But I feel like YouTube gaming is, people are like, okay, that's a thing. YouTube isn't trying to force feed it to me.
Yeah.
What do you think, Fee?
Yeah.
Well, as someone who is on a podcast who actually streams over on YouTube Live, it's definitely a different experience in comparison to Twitch. Just the way that we specifically interact. I know the podcast that I'm on doesn't really like react too often. I know you guys have jumped into the chat a few times where we'll be like talking more about like what we're like, what the topic is and etc. And we might like look at the chat for a second and then kind of like recognize it or just like reference what they're saying. But it's definitely different. But I know they've been talking. It's been always in talks because it was originally announced like last year, and then they delayed it for smaller content creators. Is things like Stadia and introducing that and integrating like reactions as well as like the way that it actually like you can. For example, Dead by Daylight, you can vote who like does X, Y, and Z, like specifically the killer, like you can choose the survivor, whatever that might be. And another major point is you don't have to worry about the 24 hours. For people who might not be streamers, if you are an affiliate or a partner, unless you have a specific contract, which I imagine some of the larger content creators have, is you are not allowed to post anything that you've streamed on Twitch for 24 hours.
Yep.
Over on YouTube, which especially during E3, the Game Awards, and all these other events, it sucks for small content creators on Twitch. And so it might entice more people to actually move over, seeing these massive these technically they are YouTubers, they're both, but seeing these huge names that people know from Twitch move over to YouTube, they already have a massive following on YouTube, but they can now it allows them to do it a lot easier. So a lot of streamers might be looking into that moving forward because they don't need to worry about the 24-hour ban, or it might even be like, I know this YouTube CD oh my goodness,
DMCA.
Yeah, that it might be so it's sometimes a little bit looser on YouTube, and then sometimes it's even worse.
Well, it's better than Twitch's because Twitch doesn't do anything about it. Twitch tells you to do everything about it. They're like, delete everything. If
That's
there's
fair.
anything DMCA.
So no, I'm just. It definitely seems more enticing, but at the same time, it could definitely be a grass is greener on the other side, and then people get into YouTube, and then what Crafty said in the chat is you drown because it's such a massive platform, because there's so many different videos, there's so many people on there. It's definitely more than Twitch at a regular basis. So I'm interested to see how it goes over the next few months, because when Ninja and those guys jumped over to Mixer, we saw how fast they moved back the second that there was issues with Mixer. Like, they saw a sinking ship, they done left, and then all they need to worry about is, we just come back to Twitch and do stuff. No, so I'm more curious as an outside person. Would it be interesting to maybe like look into streaming on YouTube in the future? Absolutely. It's because at this point, with the way that they're dealing with things like hate raids, which, by the way, we had someone earlier this stream who was a part of the bot system or webbing, whatever you'd like to call it, follow the Twitch channel while we were starting up. So if it means less of a headache and less concern about like people like that, it might be a definite like factor in moving over.
Yeah. You brought up actually a really good point about just kind of how YouTube can actually integrate with how you do your videos. Like, you can have like a single channel that you post clips to and regular videos in one place, where you don't have to worry about like cutting up your Twitch clips and putting them on YouTube. They could just already be on YouTube. And then the other thing with it's gonna be harder for small streamers to move over to the platform, because at least on Twitch, the only thing you have to worry about is other Twitch streamers. When you move over to YouTube, there's still YouTube. You have to worry about.
This is kind of where I have a problem with that logic, is that one thing I want to point out, Crafty, is that what Crafty is saying about we thrive between interacting chat with special stuff like emotes, channel redemptions, extensions, stuff. That's the culture of Twitch. Right? That's what Twitch is built off of, and that is something that YouTube needs to do. Right? The problem that I do have with Twitch is that there is no discoverability on this platform.
There isn't.
There is zero discoverability on this platform.
So it's hard now. Imagine how hard it's going to be when you have a platform of people with streamers who are all flooding in, and then you have also the YouTube side. You know what I mean? You're fighting for discovery through the regular YouTube algorithm on top of the streaming algorithm. You know what I mean? Or the live algorithm.
Yeah.
Honestly,
at least it's how you currently search videos on YouTube. I mean,
yeah, and I just kind of want to put a point to like, my goodness, what Crafty was saying. And also what Harv mentioned earlier. It's those things are easy that they can add when it comes to like coding and everything else. What they're currently not doing though, and they're failing miserably when it comes to dealing with the hate raids and just the way that they've been dealing with a number of like issues over the past even the past year. There's been so many things that Twitch has like either absolutely failed at, or now we're seeing this absolute nightmare occur on this platform that it might be enough to move over to YouTube. Because yeah, you can still interact with your chat. You can still have things in your chat going when it comes to YouTube. No, it doesn't include like emotes and stuff like that. But if that's like, I would rather go to a place that I don't have to deal with a bunch of people saying like a bunch of racist things and terrible things to get my channel banned in comparison to my fan base doesn't get to use otters every once in a while. Like you can still do subscriptions. You can still tip people, you can still do stuff like that. It's just a little bit less bells and whistles for the understanding and security of not having to deal with what's going on right now.
Yeah, I'll take fewer bells and whistles over racism every day.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because I like that stuff. Like I like the bells and whistles.
Absolutely.
I like stickers. I like stuff like that, but it's getting to a point where it's almost like unbearable. I have been lucky enough to like knock on wood haven't had to deal with that over the past few weeks while streaming, but like the second that happens, there's even situations where this is happening while they're off streaming. Like for streamers, they're suggesting that you either turn on follower only chat or you put it on like emote only chat. Because
would you like turn off your stream?
Yeah, because the second that you turn off your stream, these bots are going in and posting all this racist stuff to get your account banned while you're not streaming. There have been numerous Twitch streamers who've said, I took a few days off and I came back and I was banned because a hate raid happened earlier on in the week and my account got banned because someone was spamming inappropriate stuff in my chat. Like, it's gone beyond like regular, like, oh, this is just a minor issue, like it's a ban here and there. It is becoming an absolute cesspool of toxicity.
I do hope they said they're gonna address this, so hopefully what their next step is to address that kind of stuff. Because like I like being on Twitch. I do really like being on Twitch because a lot of our smaller streamer ecosystems are all on Twitch, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like all of our friends stream on here, so it's nice to have everything in one place. But at some point, you gotta have that discussion and say like, one, do I want to do this as a full-time basis, and is that even possible on this platform?
Sure.
Right. And two, do I want to deal with their bullshit every time something like this comes up? Right.
Realistically, like the revenue split is not good enough for the amount of work that I need to put in.
Yeah,
correct.
Twitch should not be taking 50% of my money to do nothing.
Yeah. And the fact, because I had a discussion with I wish I was recording this with Robert and Robo about like the split and all that kind of stuff, and like having it on, because on YouTube you can set your tiers, so you don't need to have like a $5, a $10, and a $30. Right? You can set it to like 1, 5, and 8 or something like that, or 1, 3, 5. And from what I remember, I think YouTube takes 30% of every sub. From what I remember,
it's 30.
Yeah. But see now, so this is all offset by how hard it is to get into their program compared to Twitch.
Yeah.
Right? This is where it comes down to. You have to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours in a month, which is tough.
Yeah, that's
very tough.
Yeah, that's a lot. In 30 days, you got to have that. So that barrier of entry is rough for a lot of people.
Yeah,
for most people, I would say. Whereas on Twitch, getting to affiliate isn't very difficult, right? Having the average people and then just having the certain amount of followers and stuff. So that's one of the biggest things for me is like what am I gonna do going forward when it comes to like if I want to make this as a full-time gig? I don't know what I'm gonna like where that's gonna be.
You just ban another one?
Yep. They're just hanging out in chat.
Yeah. There we go. Another ban on
Yeah.
right in the middle of it. That's third one, by the way, this week.
Oh no, there's more. There's been more.
Hard talk. This sub is specifically for Harv's toque. I'm getting rid of the beanie part. It's the toque. No offense to anyone else.
It's the beanie.
Nardog, thank you so much for that tier 1 for 3 months.
The beanie.
But yeah, so looking at these
Beanie.
content creators going over there, like Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tatman and stuff like that, do you guys think this is is it a better strategy than what Mixer did with their strategy?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
Because they just basically brought Shroud and them over there and they just kind of left them to die. They didn't make any of the changes that some of the streamers requested. The infrastructure just wasn't really kind of there for those creators to kind of thrive. I think Asmongold said it best. They kind of just planted a tree and didn't water it.
Yeah.
And that tree eventually died. It's a great idea to also build a platform around these bigger streamers who also play together. You know what I mean? Because one of the biggest problems was people were like Summit 1G were trying to play with Shroud, but then it's kind of hard because then you have Shroud who's just like, hey, you know, I'm playing with Summit on Twitch, and then all the streamers are kind of just like watching through Twitch and not really kind of going to Mixer at all. This way, Tim Tatman plays with Lupo. You know, they all play together. So if you're gonna want to watch these people and you know their group of people that they like, you know, play with, going to YouTube's easy because they're all there now. You know what I mean?
It seems like YouTube recognizes the importance of fostering that community, where Mixer was just like, who are the biggest names we can get, and not thinking about that crossover. So that'll be definitely interesting. Yeah, they were looking purely at numbers and name recognition, and not how to build out a successful community.
And how much can we party?
Yeah.
And how many Mixer domes can we build at E3? That was so stupid.
How many t-shirts can we shoot out of a cannon at people?
Oh yeah, their t-shirts are pretty nice though. Here. You could give Microsoft crap for a lot of things, but when they give out a t-shirt, man, they give out a good fucking t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's where the money's going, man. It's going to the t-shirts.
Yeah, those are good quality t-shirts, dude.
But yeah, so that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about when it came to this stuff, because I've had this conversation with a numerous amount of people, and I've had internal conversations with myself about this stuff too. And yeah.
It's a very weird feeling, right? It's just like the competition coming up and you don't know whether or not you want to get in on the competition while it's big, and for the fear of drowning when like the mass exodus of people eventually will happen.
See that's where a lot of things that I'm seeing and reading is like, it's not if it's gonna happen, it's whenever it's going to happen.
It's gonna happen at some point. There's gonna be a good split between YouTube gaming and Twitch. And it's definitely going to be a scary feeling for a lot of these bigger streamers, and even you guys. Like, everybody streams on Twitch in this chat right here at some point.
Yeah.
Are like, you know, it's a choice that we're going to have to make eventually. You know what I mean? Even as point in progress is do we stay on Twitch or do we go to YouTube? It's a very scary feeling for a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to stay loyal or, you know, move on to greener pastures like Visa.
I mean, loyalty when it comes to like that kind of stuff, like I feel like you can't just do Twitch. It's impossible just to do Twitch.
No.
You have to do YouTube, you have to do all these other things to like even remotely try to become a content creator, because if you put everything into one basket, what if Amazon just says one day, they're just like, you know what? Cut Twitch out. We don't need it anymore. Yeah, we're selling it. What then, right? All your eggs in that one basket just gone all of a sudden, kind of type thing, right?
Yeah. Diversify.
You're muted, Fee.
We're seeing the same thing with people like influencers and like people like that on Instagram, because of the changes and discussions what they might be doing with Instagram over the next like 6 months, even up to a year, because they were talking about I think it was removing comments, and then last year or the year before they removed actual likes, which was a huge percentage of like, okay, here's like my photo and here's like a bunch of stuff that I've posted, but here are all my like either likes and things like that. But then all these like large influencers are like, okay, but now I can't be like, okay, I have X, Y, and Z amount of likes on each of my photos. Which definitely caused a huge rift there. And then we are hearing talks about Instagram even looking further and doing more cutbacks on like eligibility and what specific things that you can post on their platform. So it's really causing some influencers to like think like, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? And so there's a lot of discussions and like a lot of things you might look up online is like what you should do next, or like what you should be doing as an influencer right now. And that is make a YouTube, make a TikTok, make a Twitter, make like whatever you can at this point, make it, because you do not know when that platform that you put all your eggs in is going to disappear. Because we saw people scrambling because of what is it? OnlyFans. With a bunch of people were like freaking out because they're like, I've been making tons of money for the past year and a half during the pandemic. What am I supposed to do? They have now redacted that and they said they're going to be reviewing it, but we saw a lot of people freaking out about that, which is understandable. But at the same time, you need to think, okay, what do I need to do to make sure that I don't lose either my livelihood or my ability? Like, you know what? No, livelihood. You need to think about how you avoid not losing your livelihood overnight as a content creator and influencer on the internet.
Yeah, just imagine if you had a whole system, right? It's like me. I have hair and makeup. I have wardrobe. I have all the stuff for like stuff you do for videos and stuff like that, right? And, like video editors and all that kind of stuff. And then one day,
Harv.
Yeah, they're all around me right now. This is a very big apartment.
This is a production set.
Yeah, this is a production set. This is why we have the white walls. See, this is why we have the white walls.
Yeah, they fix it in post.
Yeah, they fix it in post. They take this out in post.
Yeah.
And we add more maple beans.
Oh no.
But like, just imagine if you were just doing stuff on Twitch or like just say OnlyFans, for example, and it shut down. All those other people's livelihood would just be gone as well. Yep. Right? And like, sorry, Kelsey, go.
No, I'm with my work, I'm running into a big issue because Instagram added the sensitive I said that weird sensitive content filter, and it's pretty much whatever Instagram decides is sensitive content. If you have that turned on, they'll block it. Instagram decided that pretty much all tattoos are sensitive content
because it shows skin.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think it's a combination. If it's like fresh,
if
then
it's like
it's
fresh,
a little
irritant,
bloody
super
sometimes.
bloody. But just like combating that is just, it's a nightmare. And I'm trying to run a social media for a tattoo shop, and it's 30 likes. Not good.
I know. A lot of
right
photographers have been having issues with that as well. With the whole, I follow a deaf photographer who's amazing, but does a lot of very little clothing photography, and Instagram is not a fan.
Yeah, and it's what Instagram determines as sensitive content. Could be a tattoo of a bunny. And it's like, now no one is seeing that because Instagram has chosen that no one is allowed to see that.
Yeah. One of the things I do want to talk about, like what Crafty said, like it's care about being integrated with our community. That can't happen on YouTube, in my opinion. But yeah, like that's the thing. Like our entire community, that all of our friends and stuff are on Twitch. So like for us, it's just gonna be like, yeah. But at the same time, it's just like, for me as a content creator, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for myself, right? That's the main thing for me, is like I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for myself, because if I want to make this a viable thing, how do I do that?
Yeah, and honestly, I think it takes a couple, like one or two people being like, "Hey, we're gonna jump ship," and then the community might slowly merge around. But being that first person to say, "Hey, I'm abandoning this ship," is tough, because you don't know if people are gonna follow with you, right?
Yeah, like changing games is hard enough. I remember changing from one game to another. Like I got a lot of views on when I was playing one game, and then I switched to another, and I got like maybe a fraction of that. Changing platforms is like a whole different thing. That's a whole different kind of type thing. There's one of our friends, Despawn, that switched over to YouTube for the week, because of the Twitch stuff that was happening. The day off Twitch, so he was streaming on there. So I want to pick his brain at some point and just talk to him about like how it was streaming on YouTube for like at least a week, because he's been on Twitch for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any closing thoughts?
Like,
Twitch do
that was
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my other 20%.
Let's go with that.
My other
Because-
20%.
Because YouTube's being real enticing by offering 70% of my revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the fact that you can set your memberships at any point you want is a
Yeah.
very enticing thing, because maybe some people can't sub at the $5 and people can give you like a $1 thing. Just imagine getting like 70 or 80 $1 ones compared to 2 to 10 or 10 $5 ones, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's a massive difference. I like
Yeah,
yeah,
That's the thing with
sorry. go.
subbing on Twitch is, I'm broke college student with, not super reliable job security right now. And so like I would love to sub to everybody, but I can't feasibly do that. If I could give everybody I know who streams $1, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Oda's
Time to
saying,
move
he's got premium and he never sees ads, so he likes YouTube. Yeah, YouTube
Same.
quality of YouTube is much better because you can stream at
Yeah.
1440p and at 4K if you ever want to do 4K. But
I'm gonna be straight up honest. Like, I know it's a money per month, but man, YouTube Premium's the shit.
I finally
And
got it.
I every so often will be on the point in progress YouTube, and then I'll click on a video because I forgot that I'm on that channel. And God, I see an ad and I like almost rage out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh God, it's on point in progress. And
I
then have
haven't
to
seen
go.
ads in 2 years, man.
I was watching Lost with Kate, and she had to watch hers on Hulu with ads. And I
Mhm.
want, because I have it on my computer, and like I was like, you're watching it like we watched it back in the day on ABC. So every time there was like one of those breaks, there like when like there's a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
there'd be an ad break for like 45 seconds. I'm like, ooh, that's rough. That's rough. But yeah, no, I think we
At
had an
least-
awesome.
Sorry, I was just on the tangent of Hulu. There's some shows that like contractually have to show
Yeah.
ads.
Yeah.
Like Grey's Anatomy. And so they'll play one at the beginning and one at the end. But every time I'm like, I pay so much money to not see ads. Are you kidding me?
It's like Amazon. It's like Prime Video. Why am I seeing
Yes.
ads? I pay every month, but they're like, but you can skip them. I'm like, I shouldn't have to see them.
I shouldn't have to
Because
skip
Jeff
the
Bezos
ads.
needs more money.
Jeff Bezos
No, he
isn't
doesn't.
there anymore.
He needs to.
Scam Bezos.
God.
On that note, guys, we should probably hit up our next article here.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool. What's another article?
This one's going to be kind of a catch up because we were able to talk about it last week, but a bunch of announcements came out of it, so we might as well. Our second now catch up article this week comes from Polygon's Michael McWhirter. Gamescom opening night live, the biggest announcements. So guys, that week, not this week, Jeff Keighley went on stage for Gamescom 2021 opening night and had tons of reveals for the event. I was going to list off a few of them here really quick. Marvel revealed a turn-based XCOM game starring the grittier Marvel characters. We now know this week that it is a card-based game now.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it has card elements in it. I don't know to what
But
extent. I just know about the cards.
Huh? I did not know about
Yeah.
that.
Fee looks like she gave up.
Yeah. I was kind of excited about this
Wait,
game as well
I thought-
until the card thing
I
come
thought-
up as well.
I thought you like card games.
I do, but I like turn-based like RPGs, which is specifically XCOM, and knowing that it's now a card game, I'm a little bit upset because I wanted to play an XCOM like game, but with Avengers characters.
Yeah, it's still like turn-based, like how like an XCOM game plays, but I think you can only like if you've ever played a game like Metal Gear Acid, right? It has that same fucking. It's called Metal Gear Acid.
Cut, my dude.
Deep cut my ass. People have played that game. It was like
I
one of the biggest games on PSP.
I have
what are you talking
never
about?
heard of this game.
Then you've never owned a PSP. But
I
anyway,
owned but the thing is, Metal Gear Solid has never been my thing. So that's
yeah. It was basically
Never.
kind of like a turn-based card game where like you can still do like the elements, but you can only attack if you have like the card, for example, right? Or you can only move if you have the card to move, for example.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Oh, okay, that's not as bad.
Yeah.
Like the way that you made it sound like it was going to be.
I don't know to the extent. You know what I mean? I would imagine it's, from what I saw gameplay wise, it still looks like it moves around turn-based wise, but there is a card game element to it.
Can I summon Blue Eyes White Dragon?
No.
If I could, I would buy that day one.
Harv.
Can I get a mod that summons Blue Eyes White Dragon?
Harv.
Yes.
This is not Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh is great. They should just add a Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh pack.
is the
Everything
shit.
is Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, everything is Yu-Gi-Oh.
needs to be
Oh my God.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Y'all are the
Um,
I was so obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh in like elementary school. You have no idea.
Makes me feel
My
old.
husband has in our safe of important documents has a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Are they like rare
I love
cards?
that so much.
I think so.
Oh my god, he's got to have a Blue Eyes White Dragon. He's got to have some sort of piece of Exodia in there.
Right, like, and it's just like my passport, our birth certificates, our marriage license, Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I mean, what else do you need,
Incredible.
really, right?
That's true.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
sell those Yu-Gi-Oh cards for goods. There you go. You have money.
Got to make sure those are safe in a fire.
Yeah.
We also got Halo Infinite finally got a release date, December 8th of 2021. They're also dropping a sick looking console and controller, but you can't get them because scalpers already got them by now.
They were available here for a day and a half, maybe 2 days in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
like we actually had some stock here, which was kind of crazy to think about.
Wow.
Yeah. Scalpers already got them though.
And you
Too
didn't
late.
even tell me. Wow, Harv.
I thought I thought about it, and I was just like, I want another pro controller, but can I fork over $300 for a controller? I don't know.
Yeah. I will tell you this.
It looks so sexy though.
Those pro controllers are really great. Good luck fixing them when they're broken.
Yeah, because my bumpers don't work really anymore. So
Yeah. The
RIP.
problem with spending $200 on a really nice controller is that the outside's pretty nice because they use like a good external materials, but the insides are still a fucking Xbox controller, and those things are notorious for drifting and just overall kind of going downhill after a good little bit. So, but other than that, we also have Death Stranding Director's Cut. Looks great. Reminds me of old school Metal Gear re-releases. Harv's like, I don't like Death Stranding.
no,
Harv doesn't like fun.
that's not what I said. No, I just don't really know anything really about Death Stranding. All I
You
know,
need to play a Kojima game, man.
it seems exhausting.
No.
It just seems exhausting.
No. Okay.
No.
I want a game where I have to put zero brain effort into it. Would you consider Death Stranding a low brain effort game?
I mean, you're just kind of walking forward, I guess. Just
That's
as
what
long as you can
everybody
pay
says.
attention and not,
If it's
not falling.
if it's a
I
low
guess.
brain game, I might get into that. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably do some low effort, no brain energy on that.
Okay. I'm sold.
Saints Row is getting a reboot without all the things that made Saints Row different.
Yeah, it's what the developer said. It's supposed to be like Saints Row 3.
Yeah,
Oof.
but like they want to take the edge out of the game, out of the edgiest version of the series. So I have no idea I don't know what their vision for this series is going forward, because they're taking everything out of it that kind of made that series unique in the first place. So who knows? Chinatown Detective Agency got announced for Game Pass. I know Fee's super excited for this.
I'm super excited for this.
I am way too excited for this, except for the fact, please tell us when the game is coming out, because I am sick and tired of waiting. And they're like, they did a live stream the other day. I sat down and watched the entire live stream, and nothing at all. Awesome group of people, by the way. We're top notch tier, but my golly, I just want a freaking date announcement. That's all I'm asking. General Interactive, give us a release date so I can take time off to play that game.
I've been looking forward to this game since like January. Like, please, just give us something. Give us hope.
Have you played that game yet, Sly?
Give me some hope. I did the prologue, yeah.
Oh, it's what do you think?
I loved it. I've been super pumped for it. Absolutely, yeah.
Just better than 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I haven't played 12 minutes.
Have you played 12 minutes, Kelsey?
I haven't. I watched Mike play a good amount of it.
What are your thoughts on 12 minutes?
I mean, I like the concept of the time loop.
Dejected sigh.
Yeah, I like the concept of a time loop, but it gets to be a lot very, very quickly.
Yeah.
It's gonna, with those type of games, that's gonna definitely happen. There's a lot to keep track of to make sure you're not repeating the same thing over and over again. Last few notes here. Outlast Trials looks like it's returning to creepy claustrophobic areas. Looks great. Has co-op for some reason. I don't know who asked for co-op in a Outlast game, but
I think this is more a multiplayer thing than it is a single player thing, in my opinion.
I hope it's not, because that's not the game anybody wanted, I think. April O'Neil is joining the Turtles for the new as a new playable character in TMNT Shredder's Revenge. If you're going to play that game,
that game looks cool. That game harkens back to like the NES and SNES Ninja Turtles games.
Turtles in Time and all that.
Yeah, that I grew up on. Man.
Yeah. I hope it does well. Because people say they want a game like that, and it's finally coming out.
Is it on Game Pass?
I hope it does well. No,
well,
I don't think so. At least I'm the wrong person to ask. Let me call up.
Let me call Phil Spencer.
Let me call Phil Spencer real quick. Ask him. And I have a side note here. We don't deserve Jeff Keighley. He does a lot of good work here. He's doing a lot of really good work.
Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Canada for that one.
Shout out to Canada, I guess. Is Jeff Keighley Canadian?
He is, yeah.
God damn it. Fuck. Of course.
Another win for Canada. Who gave them permission?
Yeah. We have a lot of great people.
Yeah.
Like Michael Bublé.
Absolutely. But you're still under the control of a queen, so like who's the real suckers here?
Is there anything you guys remember from Gamescom that I missed that you're super excited about?
I'm excited that Horizon got a date. Finally.
Was that at Gamescom?
Yes.
That
was Jeff Keighley's. That was Jeff Keighley's thing. We finally got a release date for that. I'm so happy. There are pre-orders going out and stuff like that, so I'm confident that they can hit this date. That people are pre-ordering the game. People are pre-ordering, like, I think there's a system. I don't know if there's a collector's edition, right? Yeah,
there's a collector's edition with a cool little big elephant statue. If you want a statue of an elephant for some reason.
Yeah. So
Who doesn't want a statue of an elephant?
Right.
I want a statue of a flamingo.
If it was a flamingo, I probably would have pre-ordered.
Yeah, I mean, a flamingo is much better than an elephant. I will say that.
Yeah, I don't need a mecha elephant.
I will fight you on that.
A mech flamingo would be even better.
A flamingo would be sick, dude.
A mech flamingo would be so good. Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest things for me is that we got a release date for that. But yeah, I'm happy.
All right. Anybody else?
I'm gonna be real honest. I don't remember anything else.
Nice. I got most of the big highlights from the day.
Yeah, mine was Chinatown Detective Agency, and then I blacked out for the rest of the entire event. Yeah. So
nice. I got blackout drunk for the rest of Gamescom. I was partying myself.
Yeah.
And on that note, I'm gonna hand it over for Fee, because this is 3 weeks in the fucking making to do this part.
Hi guys, welcome to my little Pokemon corner, where apparently
Can I second Mario's notes?
You know what? Too fucking bad they didn't have their own conference because their games are not big enough to have their own conference. Let's begin.
Yeah.
So there was a few announcements. One, Pokemon Unite started, which is a Pokemon MOBA. I personally haven't played it myself. Lucas played it with his brother. He liked it. Seemed like a fun game. I don't know if I'm ever gonna actually play it myself. There were a number of pre-order things that you could have received if I actually talked about this on the podcast when I originally made this. The pre-order option that you could have got with the Switch, you can't get anymore because that was August 31st. Let's continue on. We have Pokemon Cafe Remix. It's getting revamped from Pokemon Cafe Mix to Pokemon Cafe Remix, which is a swipe game. Super adorable. You get Pokemon, you can dress them up, you get a cafe. It's really adorable. Highly recommend it. Totally should download it. Let's continue. Pokemon Go's 5th birthday. What the fuck? It's been 5 years since it's released. I believe that's
came
not
out when I was in high school.
Pokemon Go?
I love how fast this is going.
Crafty, excuse me, dressing up Pokemon?
Guys,
I think
everybody
good
good moving the fuck on. All right, next one.
I think, I think in Cafe you can dress Pokemon, right?
Yeah, you can put like little aprons and stuff on certain Pokemon.
It's called Pokemon Cafe Remix. Right?
Yes,
I'm here for it.
Pokemon Cafe Remix.
2.5 remix.
It is just
65 over 5 days.
Oh my goodness. Also, if you apparently download it now, you can get 3,000 gems for free with 100 sync pairs at no cost. I don't know if that's still a thing right now because this was 3 weeks ago and this was the notes I wrote, but you know what? Tell me if you can still get it. If you do, I still need to download the game myself. I just watched people play it. It was absolutely freaking adorable.
Before we go on, because I know she's about to go on right now, but what are you guys' thoughts on Pokemon Go? Like, what did you guys think about it when it came out into like now? Kelsey, what are your thoughts? You're still playing?
I'm still playing.
She's like, I'm playing right now.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I got your shit right now.
I have a very complicated relationship with Pokemon Go. Because when it came out, I was living in the town I grew up in, which had like max 3,000 people in it, right? Very small. So you just couldn't play it at all. And then I moved to college and people were playing it because we lived in an actual real town that had people that existed. And so I got really into it and I started playing Pokemon Go a ton. And then I realized that it was on my high school's email account and my high school deactivated my email. And so I lost all my progress. And I was so salty.
Oh my.
I made another one, but I just like barely play anymore because I lost so much progress. And I was too upset about it.
I loved Pokemon Go. I still do. The two things that I currently have downloaded gaming wise on my phone at the moment is Stadia and Pokemon Go. Because I really enjoy Pokemon Go. Every so often when I go on walks, I open it up and I use it. I remember when I was actually in New York for New York Comic Con, we played a lot of Pokemon Go. So it's been a lot of fun. Like I used to hang out with friends. We used to go to the park. We used to go downtown and we used to make a whole day of it where we'd like walk around the public gardens in Halifax. And then we would go downtown and play board games. And then the boardroom cafe where we usually hang out had a Pokestop, so we would just like we'd have our phones open and then like every 10-15 minutes we would just spin to get all our stuff, and then we would, if we see any specific Pokemon that we needed, we would just click on it, etc. etc. It was a lot of fun. I want to get back into it.
You know what game I still have on my phone?
What?
Murder in the Alps, which if you aren't aware is the game that Fee got 1 million ads for while playing Among Us.
Yeah, and so I advertised it because I'm like, you know what? I may as well tell you all about Murder in the Alps.
It's pretty good.
My phone is like literally end of life at the moment, and so when it gets released, I'm getting the Pixel 6. But like right now, my Pixel, like if I try to download a game, like I have a few other games on here, but I never open them. and I keep on meaning to uninstall them because it's just my phone is just like, you have too much stuff on your phone, and I'm like, I don't know what I have on my phone anymore. Like, God forbid.
I really liked Pokemon Go when it came out. I remember I live with a roommate, and we used to, and Silver Hayes, who was sometimes in the chat, used to come over, and we used to go to like one of the malls, and there used to always be 3 Poke stop things with people like putting that little flower stuff around it. I forgot what it was called. Incenses?
Incense.
Yeah. So
Lures.
Lures, yeah. And there was always 3 there, so there was always like 100 to like 150 people just chilling at this one place because there's just 3 people on the benches. It was a cool community kind of thing, which was neat.
Yeah.
And then somebody saw Alakazam, and everybody just bolted onto the street across the intersection trying to get an Alakazam, and I was like, "This is not safe, guys."
Yeah, somebody died.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of this one.
No, Niantic, like, here's the thing. When the game first came out, one of the first photos for the loading screen was a dock and a Gyarados and someone walking on the dock, because someone literally died playing the original Niantic game where they were walking on a pier and they walked off the pier because they weren't paying attention to where they were going. And so that's why it was like watch where you're going to avoid like physical like damage to yourself and others. Yeah.
My favorite would be when I was laying in bed and playing Pokemon Go, and it would pop up with the "do not play while driving," and I'll be like, I literally have not gotten out of my bed. Like, why do you think I'm driving?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're moving too fast.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not moving at all.
Like, I'm not
Guys,
moving.
slow it down. Slow it down.
Yeah, just your speed of light a
I'm
little too
standing
fast.
still.
A little too fast.
I am happy like that it's still going. I'm happy that people are still playing because like there's so many like events that happen, right?
Yeah.
With like their Pokemon Go, I forgot what they're called, days or what are they called?
Community days.
Yeah, community days, right?
days.
It's like a weekend thing where everybody goes to like a certain place and you can catch Pokemon. They're like raids and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
And you can catch certain Pokemon like that. Like I like that kind of stuff. That's really, really cool that they've done that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
I never got into it.
Good for
Before
them.
we continue, what team was everyone a part of?
What was the blue
Whatever
one?
the red one was.
Mystic.
Mystic? Yeah, it was on
is-
Mystic.
Yeah.
Valor is red.
Red was Valor, yeah.
Instinct.
I know the first time I did the one that everybody hated because
Yellow.
I
Yellow.
like to be pedantic.
Instinct.
I'm checking. I don't remember what I am this time.
Yeah,
Red
I'm
team.
blue.
Oda was. Yeah, Mystic is the best, by the way.
Got a
if you just-
weather
red team?
warning. What's happening outside? Oh, fires.
Weather.
Duh. I got a weather warning and I was confused. I remembered I'm surrounded by fires, so nothing new.
Mhm.
I think I'm the blue one. I don't know how to tell. Obviously,
There
that
was
means
always
very
like
often.
the Mystic crew, the Valor crew.
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah, you
like
had people
that.
wearing the t-shirts of their factions, like the.
Uh,
It was a time, man. I went to a big meetup in like downtown Chicago for it. It was cool. It was cool. And a
They
lot of
still sell
people.
those
It brought a lot of
t-shirts
people
in the Jersey
together.
Shore.
Oh, wouldn't doubt it.
I don't understand why, but yeah. And
Yeah.
they're like $50.
Good for them.
You know what? Valid.
Yeah.
Next is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl. They're back after 15 years. One thing they introduced, because everyone loved it, is your Pokemon actually follow you in this particular game. So you can select your partner and they will follow you throughout the gaming experience. They removed betting from the game. So the original Pearl and Diamond had essentially a lottery billing house, like a betting house, sorry. They actually removed it, but to kind of counteract that, you can now actually customize your characters like you can with all the other Pokemon games that have been released after Pearl and Diamond came out. The return of Pokemon contests where players compete by taking part in a rhythm mini game, and I put dance, dance, dance in my note. Players
Dance,
can
dance.
decorate capsules, which is the actual Pokeball themselves. You can decorate your Pokeballs with stickers they find on their adventures, which influence visual effects shown when releasing your Pokemon into the battle. So if you want purple smoke, you can have purple smoke with a specific sticker. So you can definitely do that, which is pretty cool.
Love that.
There's now an underground, which players can unearth rare items found in the walls and caves and catch exclusive Pokemon in secret underground areas called Pokemon Hideaways, it seems. Specifically, statues can be placed around your secret hideaway, which affects the Pokemon that appear in the actual hideaways itself and in the caverns. This is also an area that you can actually invite your friends and go on adventures on as well, which is pretty cool. Didn't know that until after. And then more multiplayer features were released. You can train and battle special Pokemon. Switch, my goodness, a Nintendo Switch Lite is being released on November 5th for the game.
Yeah, the Switch Lite looks pretty cool too.
It looks pretty sick.
It looks pretty cool.
Pretty excited about this because I will be doing a Nuzlocke with a friend of the show, Spencer, when this game comes out. Yeah, pretty excited. But to get on to the best news ever, guys, Pokemon Legends, you can actually start with 2 Pokemon. Like, there's 2 others, but the one that you're going to want to start off with is Oshawott, because Oshawott is Bay, Oshawott is life.
Ashabe.
Yeah.
Honestly, the game looks a lot better than it did at the actual conferences earlier on this year. The trailer brought a great improvement to the original trailer. Action RPG that looks very much Zelda-esque. New region is the Hisui region, which later becomes the Sinnoh region in the future, in a land where it is more difficult for Pokemon and people to exist, surrounded by Mount Cornet. The goal to complete the very first Pokedex. We think the more of the same type of Pokemon may be a way to catch shinies. So if you catch these, like, let's say you catch multiple Growliths with different personality types and flares, you might have a higher opportunity for shinies. That is just a rumor, or it's a rumor. My goodness. Jubilee Life Village is the base for your adventure, home in Galaxy and home of the Galaxy Adventure Team. Society is divided into 3 cores: the medical team, the security team, and the survey corps. Like AOT, because they have a survey corps. Did I get a chance to mention anime?
Of course. You know
what?
I did. You get one per episode.
Except this one isn't fighting Titans, you're catching Pokemon. Whose mission is to research the Pokemon. Research is done by starting at base camp, where players prepare before doing surveys. Professor Laventon entrusts one of the starter Pokemon to you, Cyndaquil, Rowlet, or our favorite, and I'm saying this as the entire podcast as a whole, because this is what I get to do, because this is my segment, and y'all need to shut up and let this happen. It's Oshawott. Captain
All right, fine.
Is the head of the security corps, and Kamado is the leader of the Galaxy team and has you working as a part of the survey corps. You start at base camp and go on survey missions. Use caution, and you, if you do not, you will be attacked. Once you've completed the mission, go back to the town and start in and talk to the person who gave you the mission. So you can go on specific missions. You can go catch new Pokemon, all the while filling up your Pokédex. So someone might say that I need specific Pokemon, or I might need a specific type of berry. You go to your base camp, you go out an adventure, you come back, and then you go back to town. There are 3 variants that were shown. First one is Weirdeer, evolution of Stantlier, a white variant, which is kind of cool. And they talk about the fact that his fur is used for just like warmth, and for winter clothing they use that specific fur, which was kind of cool. But then we get to Basculegion. Basculin evolve into this, and they live in the Hisui region. if they're possessed by the restless souls of the Pascaline who lost their lives going upstream.
Oh,
That's how these specific Pokemon are, like, they come into existence. They become created by the souls of their dead brothers and sisters.
Oh no, that's dark.
That's how I
What the
was
fuck?
created.
What the fuck, Pokemon?
I am not joking. This is the explanation of the Pokemon on the website. I don't even know.
So
Jesus
many
Christ.
questions.
And she by the way, they explained this in the trailer verbatim. So I'm like, how did you say this with
You
a
always
straight
do it with
face?
such upbeat voices too.
Yeah, they're just like possessed by the restless souls of their fellow Basculin who lost their lives going upstream. He gains power from the souls possessing it, allowing it to swim on and on without tiring. What the fuck?
The fact that you can do that without breaking is very impressive. Because I would have lost it.
But the best part of all this is the new Growlithe variant. He is soft, plushy, and he just looks super adorable. And it's just like so soft and I can't handle it. Pre-orders for Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Pearl, and Legends are now available. So even now, if you want to go pre-order them, by all means, go ahead on the Switch store, the Nintendo store. That is it. Yes, I spent more time on the last two because those were the biggest relevant ones. Yeah.
I needed to fix my problem with Uber. They forgot my chicken sandwich.
Okay.
How do you give me everything but the chicken sandwich? They gave me the whole fucking combo. I got the fries, I got the sauce, I got everything. Got the drink except for the sandwich. How the fuck do you forget the sandwich, Popeyes?
Every time.
It's the main part of the fucking meal.
One time Popeyes forgot my gallon of Hawaiian Punch that I ordered.
Oh my god.
Wait, a gallon?
Yeah, you can buy a whole gallon.
That's 2
in this
liters.
fucking
That's 2
bag.
liters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a bag.
Yeah.
It's a bag of Hawaiian Punch.
It's a 2-liter bag.
So I had to get my
Bagged
refund back, but I have to order other food now because I'm missing food.
You know what? I want a huge bag of Baja Blast. I'm just saying, Baja
Oh, God,
Blast.
Fiona.
Is fantastic.
You know what? Give me a huge bag of Baja Blast, and so I can dump it down the sink.
The hell is
I
wrong with you,
love
Fee?
this rivalry we have between Fee and Harv over Baja Blast. Baja Blast is excellent if you're very drunk.
Yes.
And that's all I'll say.
It's very good any time of the day because it's really good.
It's like
it's probably
battery acid.
Debatable.
Exactly,
my-
Kelsey. Exactly. It's battery acid.
Yeah, it's nasty. It tastes like fucking mouthwash.
No.
It's very good if you're very drunk.
I mean, I'm
Crafty
pretty sure
Baja Blast
everything
is-
is very good when you're drunk.
Crafty Baja Blast is perfect with Taco Bell.
Exactly.
And Taco Bell only.
Here's the thing. I used to go to the when I went to when I used to go to the mall before the pandemic. I used to go to Taco Bell specifically for Baja Blast, and then I would go order food anywhere else. But there.
I love that for you.
The Chinese food section, absolutely. Pizza, by all means. Thai, let's go for it. Tim Hortons, no. But
What?
No.
What? Hold on. I need to go fix this Uber Eats situation. I'll be right back.
Have
Go
fun.
fight
Don't
Uber
die.
Eats.
I'm sorry. I just don't like. I'm not a huge fan of Taco Bell. That's just me.
Oh, me too. I don't like Taco Bell either, but Baja Blast is probably one of the worst things they have on there.
That is a lie.
Taco Bell is the only place here that's open past like 9 p.m. So I often find myself eating Taco Bell purely out of necessity.
I like Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's so good.
It's fine.
I had Taco Bell for the first time last year. The very first time last year.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was fine. Like, it was just one of those things, like, way too expensive here, apparently. Way too expensive. I bought like 6 things and it cost me like $45.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How?
How?
I can buy like 10 things and it'll barely be like $13.
Yeah, he ordered a lot of stuff that stream.
Yeah, because
He was
a meal was like $12 or something like that, $11 for a meal.
Yeah. Which was like funny because like a lot of people in his chat.
I don't
were
think I've ever
American.
gotten a meal at Taco Bell.
Yeah. Because like a lot of people in Harv's chat when he was doing this were American, so they were used to the American Taco Bell, not the Canadian. Everything is overly priced for the exact
Everything's
same.
like $2.
Nope, not at all.
No, not here.
So I was just like,
What?
I'm listening to Harv come up with this list while we're playing Final Fantasy, and I'm like, this guy is going to be spending like fucking $100 at this rate, but by all means, let the guy order a shit ton. And then he's just like, yeah, it's like $68, and I'm like, I'm not shocked. Not shocked.
I think
literally said that too. I'm like, I'm not shocked right now.
I think like if you want to get a Crunchwrap Supreme, I think it's like $6.
Yeah.
For one of those.
Okay, our Crunch Wraps are $6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a regular taco is like $3 or something like that, $4, something like that.
It's like $2.
It's like $1.59.
No,
Crazy.
it's over $2. Like, there's nothing there under $2.
Guys, this is why we don't have the dollar menu anymore.
Yeah. We do.
I'm looking at my DoorDash right now, and I'm going to the value menu.
You get
And-
a Cinna Twist for 99 cents.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna
So
go.
so everything used to be $1.50, and I see it's now gone up. It's now $1.91.
Well, that's DoorDash pricing, which is normally higher.
Sure.
Yeah.
Taco.
Yes,
Bell.
yes. But I'm saying it's still under $2.
Yeah,
That's what I mean, Crafty. It's not a necessity. It's cheap comfort food. Yeah, 100%. It's kind of like, McDonald's is comfort food if you want a burger and stuff like that, right? Like it's like one of those things.
Nothing beats $1 for a McDouble, you know?
I
insane.
mean, like, we
Anything can beat McDonald's. McDonald's is literally trash.
no. Here's the thing.
For a
like,
dollar? What can you give me as something, anything as to the level of quality that you can get at McDonald's for $1 anywhere else?
Okay, here's the deal. So
I
when I used to go
literally will
drinking
puke
downtown,
if I step into a McDonald's.
when I used to before the pandemic, when I used to go drinking downtown and I actually ate meat, there was like you would go, oh god, first of all, you'd drink, woohoo, and then you would walk up the street, and our entire like city is on a hill. If you have never seen Halifax, go Google it. We're literally like this. It's a hill. It's a fucking hill. So you walk up the street, and there's a place called Pizza Corner. Now there's pizza places, sure. There's poutine places, absolutely. But then there is a little alcove. And that's little alcove, there is a barbecue and a sign. And it's fucking kebabs. It's freaking kebabs. And then they just are like, do you want to order, like, kebab was, I think, like, maybe just under $2 for a kebab, and then it was like $2.30 for like a kebab on a bun. Oh my god, the best ever.
When you bring in, if you have a good value for food, people will come and eat your food.
The one
Crazy concept.
The one other person from Nova Scotia chimed in with Oda. Pizza Corner, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Pizza Corner.
I mean, we used to do late night Google Maps tours of our home areas, and Fee took us on a tour of Halifax, and Pizza Corner looks pretty lit. I'm here for it.
Here's the thing. One of the best things, especially in summer, which is super unfortunate, before the pandemic, one of the pizza places, I'm going to tell you guys, there's a pizza place called Pizza Girls. Now, Pizza Girls is like my pizza place. Like, I always go to Pizza Girls because there's one literally down the street. But the one downtown on Pizza Corner, which Pizza Corner moved up a street because it used to exist.
Is it a corner of just pizza? Is Pizza Girls and Pizza Corner in the same place?
No.
Or are there just four pizza places on this corner?
The corner of all the pizza places.
So there used to be...
I misunderstood.
So there was a street, like literally like this. There was like a intersection, and there was pizza places on each corner of this intersection. That's why I misunderstood
It's a
this.
corner.
I thought this was a pizza place called Pizza Corner.
No. But here's the thing. And then some of those pizza places closed. But just wait. Pizza Corner then moved. So there is a place in Halifax that currently has, at this intersection, there's 3 pizza places that exist. The other one's a church. At some point, it's probably going to become a pizza place because
Pizza church.
Pizza church. Why not?
Pizza church.
What are the pizza? Okay,
Just
the
serve pizza
place-
everywhere. Why not?
The pizza place that I like is called Pizza Girls. And one of the best videos that I saw of downtown Halifax that summer was Pizza Girls has a camera facing straight into the very center of Pizza Corner, and there was a fight. It was just a crazy fight, and it was a huge
Between
brawl.
slices of pizzas?
No, I don't know what happened. It was a huge fight, but it was so funny watching this because like a bunch of people got arrested, but it was just so entertaining watching these people think they could get away with bullshit when they got recorded the entire like by all means.
Somebody needs to take that video and remake it and have all of the mascots of the pizza places fighting in the middle of the square as a promo video.
Yeah.
I am just in awe that you guys have an actual place in Halifax that's a pizza corner, which is 4 pizza places. One moves, the whole fucking shebang moves apparently.
But yeah,
Is that
so
Were
true?
you
Whole
not
thing's
here
moving?
for the tour of Halifax?
yeah, because
I
there
forgot
is
about
the
it.
whole
I
tour.
forgot.
because now it's like it's almost like Pizza Corner, but also continuing to like Pizza Street. However, that same street has an Indian restaurant, and 2 patisseries, and so it's like
Harv,
pizza. Then there's like
Harv
a
is not
kitchen
grasping
place,
this concept.
No, I feel like why would you have a pizza place on a pizza corner when you just have so much competition with other pizza places?
That's the
Put it
thing.
You've
somewhere
never
else.
seen this before?
No,
This
I've
happens
seen
all the
it,
time here.
But I've seen it, but just put it somewhere else. I think you're gonna get more, I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
mileage out
The
of this.
competition makes them want to be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I guess so.
There
Yeah.
is a ton, yeah, that's the thing. It's because it's the lore and anything else.
The lore.
Lore.
Pizza lore.
Corner lore.
Yeah, it is just it's so funny to me. Just like how like there's a shit ton of pizza places. Like yeah, for like we're a small city. Like it's a city, but we're small. We are very small. But the amount of pizza places that we have is absolutely insane.
I mean, I can't really say anything. There's literally 2 pizza places inside this complex where it's right beside me.
yeah,
and
How
there-
many
and-
times have you seen a Starbucks and another Starbucks across the street?
Oh, it happened. Tim Hortons here at Tim Hortons all the time. There's a
Yeah,
Tim
it happens
Hortons,
all
and
the
a
time.
block later, there's another Tim Hortons. Like what?
yeah.
In Seattle, there's not a single block that does not have a Starbucks on it.
Oh yeah, that's the
You
home
can
of
walk
Starbucks.
down a
Illegal,
street
Oh yeah, you could tell.
and yeah, it's
If-
literally.
If it's a
There's
church,
so many better coffee places in Seattle. Don't go to unless you're going to the original Starbucks.
one thing I will
only
say,
go to the
Crafty,
original Starbucks.
one thing I will say, if it's a
So
church,
much
it
better
becomes
coffee.
a chicken place. Is do they have chicken pizza at the potluck?
There's a
Also-
place in
No.
New Jersey called Church's Chicken.
Yes, we have
There
church's
is-
Yeah,
chicken
we
here.
have Church's Chicken
We have
here as
church's
well.
chicken. We have
We
we have
don't have
two
it here.
Yeah.
we have 2 locations of
We do
church's
not.
chicken.
Honestly,
We have-
the best biscuits in the game.
Yes, I will say
The
that.
best
Um,
biscuits.
There is
We
like
also have a chicken place called Cluck You.
I've heard about this. I've heard
Love
about this
that.
place.
Very good.
Seattle has Biscuit Bitch, which is pretty incredible. Love them.
Fate, what were you
What's up?
saying?
No, I was just gonna say that we have like the only thing like close to like a restaurant and a church is like in the valley where I'm from. Which, by the way, I know for a fact the only person who's gonna understand the valley is Oda.
She's a valley
Is-
girl.
Yes.
Technically.
Does that explain a
Yes.
lot or what?
Yep.
Anywho, so in the valley, yes, I do understand absolutely. So there's a place called the Church, and it is a brewery.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Love
it
that.
is pretty
for
cool.
them.
It's really pretty. Food is, drinks are good, but the
I mean,
food
brewery usually go for the drinks, right? Food is.
But I've gone to breweries that have
Oh, yeah.
insanely good food.
Oh yeah, I just mean like just as in like breweries usually go for the beer and stuff like that, right? Oh, excuse me.
I love you guys. We should probably get back to our podcast.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Yeah.
It's gone off the rails.
By the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
I just want to let you guys know that there is a chicken place in Nova Scotia called Lick a Chick, and now we can
Oh,
continue.
what?
You're welcome.
Hell
I
yeah.
love that.
Hell yeah.
It's so good, but so...
Someone almost got
You guys have-
suspended
you
at
guys-
my school
you guys
because
have
they had a
chicken
Lick a
corner?
Chick shirt. No, we don't have a chicken corner, Harv.
lost
You should
opportunity.
have a
Lost
chicken
opportunity.
Okay, you know what? We'll all open chicken places downtown Halifax, and we'll have chicken corner.
We'll
Yes.
fix it in post.
Fucking do it.
Yeah, we'll just tell Mario to cut it out. It's fine. We'll just give Mario more work.
Tell Mario to cut it out as
Oh, wait, he's not here
breakout
right now.
video.
We'll figure it out later.
I'll probably take over this podcast, so I'll
All right,
A chicken
cut
episode.
this out as a breakout.
Yeah.
The
What
chicken
started this
tangent.
conversation?
Me going to go get my chicken.
Frank had to
yeah.
go yell at.
You know what?
Uber Eats.
Before we
I
go,
don't need
before
to
we
yell
get
at
off
anybody.
this,
They already refunded me.
before we get off this topic and go, to the actual podcast that we're on, I want to say the pizza corner reminds me of like the 4 families that run Halifax, and they like fight each other for like supremacy for like who has the best pizza, and like it reminds me of a CSI episode where it's always like Johnny's Original, and then right across from it is like the official Johnny's Original or something like that, and they just all fight each other because
What?
you got to be the top pizza place. There's your pizza
I like
lore.
it. I'm into it.
What?
All right.
I just want to say it's mostly not like pizza families. It's people who are arguing if they have the best donair or not. So I'm just gonna say
I'm
that.
sorry, the
Yeah.
what?
Oh, sorry.
Donair.
The gyros that you guys have, gyros? Are they
It's a
called
donair.
It's a
Euro?
donair. It's a donair. It's a
Euro?
donair.
You want to die?
Euro.
Because
That you
that's
guys
how
call
you
it
say.
euro. Yeah.
So
Donairs at 3 a.m. when you're drunk as fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
Perfect.
literally one of the. Okay, so here, let me explain this. It is. a
We're
pita,
going down this rabbit hole.
And then it's a. Okay, here's the thing. If you go to a donair place and they don't have a massive meat on a stick, just like spinning
shawarma?
slow, and it's just getting like
Mhm.
shaved
Yeah,
off.
it's kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that.
Yes.
Have you guys never had this before?
No,
Okay,
we
but
we
I've
have
never
to.
heard of
I know
donair.
you guys do. I'm looking at Sly and Kelsey because they look confused about what's going on here.
No, because we
Yeah.
call them donairs. I think the East
We call
Coast
them
calls
euros.
Euros.
No,
You guys all
euros.
call them
No,
euros,
Yeah.
right?
there's a
Yeah.
reason why. It's because there's something different about donair is that it's not a gyro or gyro or whatever it is. So okay, if they do not have a spinning meat thing that they shave the meat off, then it's not okay. But here, okay, continue. So you get the pita, you put this spiced meat on, which is like essentially a bunch of meat that's been like essentially ground and then a shit ton of spices, and then they press it into this like essentially a sphere, and then a cylinder, and you just shave off the meat. I'm gonna continue. So then next you put on tomato and onions, and then you take a sweet garlic sauce that's made with condensed, like a sweetened condensed milk, and then you put garlic and vinegar on top of it. That is a
So good.
donair.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
it's so good.
It's
You're
so
basically
chef's kiss.
describing a euro.
Yeah, it's a euro.
Okay.
It's exactly what a
It's
euro
a
is.
euro.
do not
I
call
don't.
it
The
that now.
spinny, the spinny thing. That's every fucking shop that sells euros.
Yeah. In Canada,
happens
in
when
Canada,
we
Yeah,
in
that's
Canada,
all the Greek places.
yeah, in Canada we call
Yeah.
them donairs. In the United States they call them euros.
Well, it's because
Yeah.
it's a sweet garlic sauce. Is because that's apparently the difference. Is the sweet?
Yeah, I
like,
think
the
it's a-
specific sauce.
Tzatziki sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you
whatever.
Chelsea, you've been to Chicago, right? Before, or is
Yeah.
this gonna be your first time? Okay, yeah. So you know like how separated we are in terms of like areas, right? Like there's a Greek town, there's a Chinatown. You know what I mean? There is
Yeah.
certain like areas of the place where you get certain foods from, and yeah, Greek town is full of euros. Anything from Greek town over to where I am is just filled with euro places. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
So good.
Yeah, no. Ours is like specifically because there's a lot of like Lebanese families that have pizza places and just like specifically made the donair.
They just
so you'll
combine
see,
pizza
like-
places with other ethnic foods. Really, that's what they do.
Essentially, yeah. So if you go there, you'll see like King of Donair, and then like a bunch of places. That
Donair
have
dude.
Donair, dude.
There's a bunch of
Uh,
Donair places.
Yesterday, when me and Mario went to go see Shang-Chi, on our way to the theater, there was a food truck that was all donair. Like
Yeah.
how you would get it, like not like euro, like how you would actually like eat
Yeah.
donair, like overseas or something like that. I was so pissed because we wound up going to Chick-fil-A, and I was like,
oh man, what a food!
I would've rather had that.
I would pick food truck food over everything else.
Yeah.
the food truck food came after we got out of Chick-fil-A. That's why, and I was
okay.
like, man, if
Mhm.
if I knew this food truck was here, man, I'd be maxing on this food, not fucking Chick-fil-A.
God.
Fuck Chick-fil-A.
I mean, fuck them as a company, but their
Yeah.
food. Oh my god.
Yeah, their food's fucking great, dude. Those chicken nuggets. Oh my
No
god.
sandwich is worth helping support somebody who lobbies against my existence. So I don't care how fucking good the chicken is. The money literally goes directly towards invalidating my existence, so can't do it.
It's fair. It's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Donair equals beef with sweet garlic. Cream sauce. Gyro is beef, lamb, pork with tzatziki's garlic sauce. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Anyways, shall we get back onto the podcast?
Hot takes.
Yes.
What's a podcast?
What's a podcast?
All right. So our next topic is hot takes. That's the next thing, and I think we're giving it to Kelsey on this one.
I know
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't tell,
And-
but I'm staring directly at Fiona as I'm gonna say this.
Oh, I know. I'm looking at it
No,
right
yeah,
now too,
no.
and I'm
This
just,
isn't-
this is
This is
no.
the worst take. It's not even
Fiona,
hot.
This is
Canada
the best
Dry is
take.
trash.
Thank you.
Canada Dry is the
Who-
worst ginger ale known to mankind.
What are you
It is
talking? What's better?
Absolute
Seagram's.
bottom tier ginger.
Okay, you know what? I can see that. Oh no, wait, hold on. No, is
Yes.
it Schweppes? Which one's the one that tastes like soap?
Canada Dry.
You said
No, it's not
Schweppes.
Canada Dry. Definitely not
It's
Canada
Well,
Dry.
Schweppes does taste a little bit like soap. Seagram's,
Okay, so it is Schweppes then.
Seagram's is not dry like Canada Dry is.
Wait, is this like a US thing? Because I've never heard of Seagram's before.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know. It might be.
I'll be right back.
But
I have
Seagram's is pretty good.
I have a ginger ale in my kitchen right now, and
Yeah.
I don't drink it because it tastes like nasty soap.
yeah,
it literally
better
tastes
than
soap and
Canada
just soap.
Dry.
I will be right back.
I only drink Schweppes when I'm sick because I have like that's my go-to if I'm sick drink. So I don't know what it really tastes like because I've only had it when I have no taste buds.
okay.
Canada
Yeah.
Dry is
Like,
like a nasty dry
It's the
wine.
worst.
What?
I like dry. Like I love a good dry red.
Oh no,
Can't
it's a
stand
nasty dry wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying it.
Thank
There's
you.
too many bubbles
glad-
in Canada Dry also.
Too many bubbles.
Too many bubbles.
Too many bubbles.
Yeah, it's way too fizzy.
Yeah.
Way too
It
fizzy.
Oh
should
my
not
God.
be that
Thank you.
fizzy.
So we got Oda coming in. Ginger ale is gross, just in general. He's blanketing all of ginger ale at this point.
Hello, I found
Werner?
the ginger
I
ale
will
that everybody
say,
I had in this household hates, and it's Seagram's.
Yeah, we don't have
Nobody-
that here.
See,
We don't
this
have
is
that.
This has
Great.
been here for like 3 months. Nobody wants to drink this because everybody gets a cup of this and throws it out.
You know why nobody wants to drink it? Because it's flat now.
Well, I mean, obviously
I
now,
will say,
Harv, it's been there
though-
for 3 months before that.
the best for mixing, if I'm making a mixed drink, the best cheap ginger ale for mixing is Reed's.
I've never heard of that.
This is the thing.
It's
I think we have
it's
two
Jamaican
here.
style.
We have two here, right? We have Schweppes and we have Canada Dry.
Big, yeah, we also have Big 8. At
Schweppes
least
is
on the
okay.
East Coast.
All right, Fiona, I'm gonna say this. Canada Dry is the Dasani of ginger ale.
Whoa!
It is
Agreed.
not.
No, not even close.
ginger
Thank
ale.
you.
Not even close.
I'm so
Not
glad
even-
we had this discussion with Kelsey here because I feel like I'm the only one on this.
It is.
I mean-
okay, first of all, as a heads up, when I'm
Harv left.
Harv straight up left.
Yeah, I'm done with this already. I'm
because
done with this
apparently
conversation.
I have to carry Canada on my shoulders right now because Harv fucking dipped out on here. As a fucking
Harv is like, I'm not even going to defend Canada right now.
Canada Dry is hands down the best ginger ale out there.
right.
No.
It is.
No,
absolutely
Maybe
not.
maybe they make it in a weird way in the United States. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I will try Canada Dry in Canada, and then I'll come to a conclusion. But
Pretty sure it tastes the same.
American Canada Dry, trash.
It's too. It's.
I can't
Too
say
much.
I've never had it, right? So I
can't
can't
say-
Yeah.
make a blanket statement for all Canada Dry. The Canada Dry I've had, trash tier. Maybe it's better
What's
up
trash
there.
here
Who
about
knows?
it?
We'll
Here,
see.
I legitimately want to know because I actually have
It
a reason
doesn't
why
taste like anything.
Seagram's.
What do you mean it doesn't
What?
taste like
That
anything?
makes no
It
sense.
has zero flavor and it's all carbonation.
It's
That's
made
it.
with
That's
real
all it is.
ginger.
It's
You
made with
taste-
ginger. What do you think ginger
taste the
tastes like?
carbonation more than
It's
anything.
the LaCroix of ginger ale.
What is this?
You get a hint
LaCroix is good.
of ginger in the other room. There's no flavor.
It's too dry. It's too dry, and you taste 90% of carbonation.
That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
What? I just googled Vernon's. We don't have Verners. We don't have that here. But
We do not have Verners.
yeah. So right now, Fee and I are just going to the assumption that we've had Schweppes and Canada Dry. That's all we can go on.
Here's the thing.
And then she's
I've
got
had
Big 8 or
Schweppes.
some shit like that.
I had Seagram's when I was in the US.
in New York, yeah.
I did have when I was in New York. I had Seagram's. Still, I would prefer Canada Dry. Now
I
it's
think
funny.
that's because your taste buds needed to detox from the Canada Dry, and you
First
just
of all,
didn't give them enough
don't
time.
even say that. Don't even say that. No. Here's the deal, though. So, what's funny is I've been looking on the internet, guys, and I'm currently looking at it as we speak. So there's kind of like a mixed review because some people will lean towards Seagram's over Canada Dry. But then
Always.
others will say Canada Dry is better than Seagram's.
Wrong.
So this seems like it's not a just us debate. It is the internet's debate when it comes
It's like
to
the pineapple on pizza debate.
It is
Yeah.
because first of all, for me, Canada Dry all the way. Like
Oh yeah, 100%.
Canada Dry,
Yeah.
hands down, doesn't matter. Like Seagram's, meh. Like whatever, Schweppes, meh. Big 8, at least in Nova Scotia and like the East Coast, meh.
Dustin,
Yeah.
I drink ginger ale by itself. When I go back
Yeah.
home and I go see my parents, they have ginger ale. I'm just like, you know what? Give me a can of the Canada Dry
Yeah.
with some of this chicken. Let's fucking go. You know?
Yeah.
Give
it
me a
helps
can of
clean
the
that
just straight
palate.
carbonation.
Oh my God, no.
I will admit Canada Dry does have a strong carbonation,
Yeah.
but calling it tasteless
no
it
flavor.
baffles me. Because you
That
can
is-
taste the flavor of Canada
It's
Dry.
like LaCroix. It literally feels
Maybe
like
that's
LaCroix.
why you like Schweppes, because you can't taste that it tastes like soap.
Yeah, Schweppes definitely tastes like soap. I like Seagram's.
I told that
I
to
will-
you the last
I-
time you said no.
I literally have only had Schweppes when I'm sick, which I've realized. So I don't know what Schweppes actually tastes like.
Yeah.
Because it's my go-to, like if I'm sick, I'll drink it.
A bottle
So I
of
have no
Dawn
idea.
dish soap. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah. It tastes
I've
like
never
somebody
had
took
Dawn
ginger
dish
ale.
soap by the bottle.
I just want to say, like, I'm literally, all you need to do is look up ginger ale on Google right now. And a number of things is like Canada Dry. And then there's Fever Tree, which we don't really give a dilly damn about them. But a lot of them is just like, they'll show like Schweppes or Seagram's in Canada Dry. And then it'll show like Canada Dry with Schweppes. And then it's like vice versa. And like, for me, Canada Dry makes sense.
Schweppes is
Like-
Schweppes is made by Pepsi. I'm pretty sure. I think Schweppes is owned by Pepsi,
Yeah.
right?
I thought Canada Dry was Pepsi.
Canada Dry was Coke.
Seagram's is Coke.
Is that's what that's okay?
I'm
then-
going by the bottle shape.
oh yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Right,
too.
it is a Coke bottle.
Schweppes
Yeah.
is Coke. Schweppes is Coke.
Okay.
It's not saying on this article what Canada Dry is.
But now we need to.
They
okay.
independent. They independent.
No, because I'm now interested to see if Canada Dry, depending on licensing because of the country, because there have been instances where
Maybe.
drinks are different depending on the actual country.
All right, so is Canada Dry what Canada tastes like?
No, if you want the true taste of what Canada is,
What's
You
the
go-
taste of Canada?
you gotta go for like a poutine. I think if you want the
No,
real
you just
taste.
drink a fucking bottle of maple syrup.
What's the
or maple syrup
beverage
or maple
of-
syrup.
I just want to
Gross.
say, like, on the topic of poutine, the very first night that I was in New York, like in
Oh.
Jersey, Kelsey's like, I got a food for you. And I'm like, okay, what is it? And she's like, it's disco fries. And I'm like, the fresh fuck is disco fries, Kelsey. And she's just like, you'll like it. So we go to this 24-hour, like, literally 10
Oh, that's a
can
problem
diner.
right there. That's
Is
a
this
problem
the
right
origin,
there.
Is this the origin of disco fries for you?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've never had disco
Oh,
fries in my life.
I know
Now,
I know
here's
your
the thing.
opinions on it. That's why I'm like,
Now, here's the thing. I've never heard it as disco fries before because what people like some diners in Canada will do is say it's like, oh, it's a poutine. No, it's not a poutine because you put shredded cheese on that shit. I was okay with it when we had disco fries because you know it's not a poutine because they do not say they're a poutine. But when a place is like, yeah, we're a poutine place, and you're like, why do you have shredded cheese on here? that's not a poutine. Poutine
Yeah,
is
so it's
cheese
just-
curds.
It's fries, brown
Oh.
gravy, and mozzarella.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love that.
poutine has to have cheese curds.
curds.
If it,
Yeah.
if
It isn't a poutine if you don't have cheese curds.
yeah.
I
Saying
was
that-
I've only
coloring
had
in this
poutine
diner.
once.
It's actually
I've
called
only had
poutine.
poutine once, but it was at the what was the game? It was a game premiere that Jen hosted. The Messenger. It was at the Messenger party, and they had poutine, and it was excellent. But I've only had it there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
the
yeah,
only time
they're
I've had it.
they're Ontario thing, right?
Okay. So, Crafty, to explain it to you, poutine is the actual way to say it. It's the French actual pronunciation of poutine.
Oui, oui.
But then there's poutine, where the English-speaking Canadians proceed to constantly butcher that word and say poutine. It is poutine. It's like you can slightly hear that I'm saying, like, if you had to drag it out, it's almost like poutine, but it's like poutine because it's
Like Vladimir Putin.
No, that is different.
Yes, if he had French fries.
Yeah,
He
it's
totally
not
eats this.
Putin.
Wait,
No, Frank,
now
no.
I want to make a type of fry and call it Putin. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
because
you have to share it with
when I
everybody.
was in Montreal, there was a fucking poutine. I'm gonna call it poutine because that's the way I grew up with it. So I'm gonna say it that way.
fine.
There was a
I
poutine
say
place
poutine.
on every freaking corner of this place. But man, when you go to Montreal and have their poutine there, oh my god, it's a whole different fucking level. I don't know what they do, but it's a whole different level.
I'm in a bilingual
in the heart.
province. That's why I
Yeah.
say poutine.
You know what? We're running with the narrative that Fee is now from here on forward a Valley girl.
Oh my god.
so
Chanel-
ginger
Chanel
ale.
number Fee.
Yeah,
Okay,
Chanel number
Ginger
fee.
Now, I just want to say, if I had to choose a ginger ale or a ginger beer, I'm gonna select.
I will
ginger beer.
say,
They're two different
Oh, see,
things.
we're gonna hold
That's
hands
changed.
on this. Ginger beer is 100 times better.
Yeah,
I think
different
that's the
things.
one thing we can absolutely agree on. Ginger beer is god tier. Ginger ale is
They're two different things, though.
Yeah,
they?
wait,
They are.
No.
Yeah. But ginger beer is better.
Oh yeah, ginger beer is much better, much better.
And Seagram's is better too.
Apparently, Seagram's is a Canadian company, and I had no idea.
Nope.
Apparently, Seagram's is a Canadian company.
Fiona does not claim them.
It's not real Canadians.
What is it? Sorry,
Seagram's
Seagram's.
is a Canadian
Honestly,
company.
it's not out here.
Yeah, I've never seen it before.
Dustin, I'm not from Halifax. I literally moved here when I was in my mid-20s.
Mhm.
So yeah, I am from the Valley. I'm from Annapolis Royal. Like, I'm doxing myself, but
Way to
no,
dox yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't live
mean-
there anymore. I have no family who lives there anymore, so it's fine.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, I'm from there. I'm not gonna say specifically where my family currently is.
So my social,
Uh,
She's left her valley behind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can you give
she's-
me your credit card number, Fee, while you're at
Social
it?
security number.
yeah, what's
Home
Your
address,
mother's maiden
please.
name.
Absolutely not.
Your
I'm not-
IP address,
I
maybe.
have Fee's address.
social
No,
insurance number,
Your
please?
first pet's name.
Yeah.
No.
Mother's. Well, I already know your. Wait. No, I don't
Mother's
know your.
maiden
Well,
name.
never mind. I was gonna be like
You
your
don't know my
mother's
mother's
maiden name, but that's not right. No, that's not how that works.
Anyway,
Your high school mascot.
how are we
a
gonna rank
gator.
Canada? How are we gonna rank ginger ales when there's only like 3 in America?
No, there's. Oh, you know what? I
There's
would
way
say
more than that.
Yeah, I mean, like
Also,
off-brand
before-
stuff, but,
before
like,
we keep
can
going-
you
There's
name
like
them?
the big three, but
before we keep
yeah.
going, if you guys have any questions for us, put them into the chat. We'll
Oh, yeah.
take them right after this discussion as well.
Yeah.
But I
Q&A.
do have a couple of questions for Kelsey while she's here.
Okay, hit me.
Before we get there, but are we done with the ginger ale stuff?
Yeah,
Ye-
Canada
Yeah,
Dry.
there's not really a lot to. Everybody kind of has their own ginger ale. Obviously, there's 3 people here who say Canada Dry, and 2 people here with unrefined palates. You know, it's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.
Things will
And
never
Fee is
be
a
the
Valley girl.
same. And Fee is a Valley girl.
Fee is now a Valley girl.
Yeah.
We're all split in different ways
Yeah.
now.
we learned something about each other today. So we're gonna go to listener questions. So chat, if you guys have any questions, let us know. One of the things, so this is I think this is our second guest that we've ever had, right, on this podcast.
Yeah.
Right. So it's something new for us. I will say that for sure. But one thing I want to ask you, Kelsey, is like I want to talk about SixOneIndie.
Oh God.
Okay, hit me.
Because
I'm terrified.
You guys rebranded not recently, but like kind of recently, probably like a year ago, I think, right?
Year ago.
Our 1 year birthday is in November.
Yeah, November. So
coming up.
How has that been going for you guys when you guys did the rebrand, and how is that different from what you guys were doing before?
It was tough at first, but before I go into it, I do want to say the official ginger ale of SixOneIndie is Seagram's.
God damn it! God, you just had to put that in there, huh?
Yeah,
damn it!
Good for you.
Wait, hold on.
I'm proud
Does
of
Mike
you.
agree with this?
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. What is Mike's go-to ginger
is
ale?
it Canada Dry?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Let's go!
Oh shit! We gotta
However,
divide.
I am the one who goes to the grocery store and picks it up, so he gets Seagram's.
So what I'm hearing is we need to make a trade, and we're trading me to SixOneIndie for Mike.
Yeah. Yes, perfect. So it was tough at first because, like, you know, it was a lot of work rebranding.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Like, going from Kinda NYC, people always associated us with like everything Kinda Funny, which is, you know, fine because that's what we started out as, was the Kinda Funny New York community group. And I mean, to an extent, we still are. We still do like meetups, and well, now we're doing meetups again and stuff. We still have our Kinda NYC group chat that Fiona will forever be a part of.
It's true.
Because she visited once.
We have a couple of people like that in the KFC group chat as well, who are not Seattle people, but they're there anyways.
Yeah, you're forever in there. But now it's been a lot easier, like after the rebrand, because we've kind of found our groove, and getting like a lot of stuff out there and a lot of stuff done has helped us really find a little bit of a niche.
Yeah. No, it's cool because like when you guys rebranded as SixOneIndie, that was, I think, probably one of the best moves that you guys did, because it kind of give you guys some independence and stuff like that. So you guys, like, it's fine being associated with Kinda Funny. It's great, but like gave you guys like a whole new kind of road that you guys can go down, that you guys can do your own thing.
Exactly. And yeah, we had a lot of people that like asked about it too, like if we were ever gonna do our own thing, and I guess we figured it was probably the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I also have a question for you,
Great.
but I will wait.
you could ask the question.
No,
I'll get to Crafty's.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get to Crafty's
Ask
question
a
after.
question.
This is gonna be horrible because I know I know you deal with tattoos. I just have a question about tattoos.
Okay, go ahead.
How dark can a tattoo be before you can cover it up?
One of the artists in my shop is going to be covering this, and you can see how black that is.
And it'll cover right up?
Yeah, so depending on the artist, and you know how good they are, how old the tattoo is, it's not like she's not going to be able to cover it with any light colors or anything, but she'll work it into something new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about doing the same thing for one of mine.
Yeah, I asked, you know, should I get it lasered first just to lighten it? And she said I could if I wanted to, but you know, that's not going to affect the tattoo at all if you get it lasered to lighten it. It's going to affect the pain that you have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It hurt. Yeah, because I got a Joker tattoo, and it's really nice. It's comic book accurate and everything like that. But I kind of want something new. because my original plan was to have Batman on my other side, and I'm not going to do that anymore. So without that plan, the tattoo just kind of doesn't make any sense anymore. So I was like, it's not too dark, but like I'm like, how are they going to color over that?
Yeah, it's tough. Years ago, there was a show called Tattoo Nightmares. It was 3 seasons. One of the artists from that show works at the shop I work at.
Oh,
so if
cool.
you ever,
okay.
Yeah, Jasmine. So if you're ever just bored and want to watch a show, definitely check out Tattoo Nightmares. It was 3 seasons, and they work wonders with like. I've seen her cover up some wild shit. Like a girl had a legit black square around a phoenix she had on her back. The tattoo artist like added it randomly, and she turned it into this like beautiful like mandala and everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
No,
Yeah.
actually, just
So I have a follow-up question. When can I get a tattoo from you?
I mean, so I'm kind of trying to talk the guys into teaching me to tattoo. So hopefully soon-ish. But that's the thing, is learning to tattoo is going to be a while. It's going to be a process.
Yeah. You get paid to hurt people though.
Yeah. Yeah.
My first tattoo I actually got done by an apprentice, and that was so fun. So like I'm like, please, all of the learning people tattoo me, because that's I don't know, that's more fun for me.
Yeah, my entire right thigh is all apprentice work.
That's cool.
Yeah. Plus it's cheaper tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was as a kid, I was belted in by my family saying, if you get a tattoo, we're gonna disown the fuck out of you.
Oh shit. Would you still
I would
get a
still,
tattoo?
yeah, I would, yeah. That's
Yeah.
What
What would you get?
I don't know. I would probably get something from software based, something like Bloodborne-esque.
Get a whole mural, a Bloodborne mural on your back. You know what
I love it.
just get a big hunter on my back. No, I would like to get one at some point. I don't know when that would be or what that would be yet, but that would be fun.
I just saw a really cool Bloodborne tattoo a couple weeks ago. I will have to find it and send it to you because it is beautiful.
Oh, heck yes. I love seeing Bloodborne tattoo art and all that kind of stuff. My favorite. But yeah, guys, everybody go check out 61Indie. All their stuff's going to be in the description. I think it's 61indie.com is the website.
Yes.
And then they're on youtube.com/61indie, twitter.com/61indie. They do a lot of indie stuff. So if you like indie games, they have most of the previews. They have a lot of like the reviews and stuff like that. It's Kelsey, Mike, and
Kyle. We're the 3 main.
The 3 main,
and then we have a lot of. We've got Jake, Matt, Austin, Justin, Harry. I'm forgetting somebody. Lily. Oh my god.
Yeah, Lily. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Lily.
She's new, right, compared to everybody else. The newer one.
Lily came on after Jake and Matt, so
Okay.
she's about mid-aged.
Yeah, mid-aged.
Yeah.
I was gonna say right around the same time as Harry, I thought.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. I don't know.
Yeah, I think no, Harry is newer.
Okay.
Austin and Harry, I think we announced Lily around the same time, but she had been working with us a little prior to that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jake. I miss you, buddy.
Yeah.
Where you been?
Yeah.
Talked to him in a long time.
Jake had some surgeries and stuff, but he seems to be doing a lot better.
Well, that's
Good for him. Good for you. I hope nothing but a speedy recovery on everything, Jake. I miss you, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, go check out 61Indie. They're awesome. We did an E3 coverage with them as well for a couple of things, like some of the indie stuff, and then we did a whole like drunken podcast for like 7 hours or some shit
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
Where we all cried like 5 times.
Yeah.
It was great. I will say I was on more E3 coverage from 61Indie than I was from Point of Progress.
Yeah.
I did a lot of work with them because I'm much more into the indie stuff. So that E3 coverage, I was on a lot of 61Indie stuff. So definitely check that out and check out all the things they're doing because they're awesome and we love them.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite days was that entire Saturday because it was like it was Friday or Saturday. It was just all indie shows.
Was it like Guerrilla Collective and stuff?
Yeah, so Kyle,
I think it was the Saturday. Yeah,
it was a lot of Kyle, Mike, and I just hanging out all day, and then when we got to the podcast at night, we're like, what the fuck are we supposed to be doing right now? Oh, podcast. Yes. Okay. So what happened today? Like, I don't remember. It's been like 10 hours. What? And then like trying to like comprehend what we like experienced that day because there was so much that happened. So
on that note,
yeah,
we have a question from Crafty. So there's a holiday coming up, which is maybe the second best holiday, maybe the first best holiday. Right? It's Halloween. What is your guys' favorite game? What would you guys recommend for a scary game? For like a Halloween or October kind of type thing, just to get into the mood.
Yeah. Horror is a hard one, man, because horror is a lot like hot sauce in a way. You know what I mean? There's degrees of scariness you can go. You know what I mean?
Also, I just want to interject that Nardog thinks that Fee looks like she's Christmas today. Apparently.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, I look Christmassy because of like my lights probably.
Oh yeah, because you got some Christmas lights in the background. I see that.
Correct. Yeah, I can. Let me see.
It's a horror.
Continue.
Just like
okay,
level.
Spooky.
So yeah, levels a spooky. Yeah, a spooky.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight's a good one because it's not too scary, but there's enough tension there to kind of get you in the mood of like scary. You know what I mean?
I want to. The thing is, like, I go to single player right away, so like I want to say like the first Layers of Fear is really good when it comes to scary games, or kind of like get you into the mood of okay, all right, actually just having a rave in a room. Yeah, where's Sandstorm? Please play right now. Something like that. Outlast is really good too, but then again, that's horror.
Those are horror. Yeah, both of those things you said are horror. That's why I'm like, man, those are scary games.
Yeah, I was saying Layers of Fear. I think Layers of Fear is a good one because the Layers of Fear isn't like straight horror. It's more of a mystery game that has some horror aspects to it.
Yeah, it's very spooky ambience of the game.
Yeah, I would say probably stay away from Amnesia. I don't know if you want to play that one, but sorry, Kelsey.
There's a horror game that Mike is playing, but I'm checking our site to see if he put up a review. No, it's still under embargo, so I can't say anything then. But Mike will be putting out a review soon for a horror game that he really likes. That's really good. So
nice.
Let's stay tuned for that.
Heck yeah. Psychological horror stuff. Yeah, psychological horror. Oh man, that's yeah. Evil Within is a good one. Evil Within is really good. Even like Resident Evil, I think would probably be pretty good too. Like especially if you do like Resident Evil 4. I think that would be really really good to get you into that. Psychological horror. That's a tough thing because like I don't think I've played many psychological horror games. I think there was like Mood of Madness wasn't too bad. I remember playing that last year. That wasn't too bad. The thing is, like, when I think of psychological horror games, I think more of like walking simulators compared to like actual shooting games.
Yeah.
Right.
Crafty, if you want a cute Halloween themed video game, Costume Quest and Costume Quest 2 are actually like, I know it sounds silly, but it's a really fun game and it's multiplayer, so you can play with friends and you go around and you have to like save the world during Halloween because there's like specific like people attacking, and what's really fun is like the costume you're wearing is actually like what affects you during like a fight. So if you're wearing like a robot outfit made out of cardboard during the fight scene, you actually turn into like a freaking, what is it? I can't even think of it. A Gundam character, and you have like specific like abilities, like you have like a laser cannon, and you have like ultimate kick and stuff like that. So that's a really good option. If you want something, oh my gosh, let me bring this up on my side. The Nancy Drew games, honestly, are probably good. You could play some of like this horror, like Nancy Drew games. I know you've been getting into Nancy Drew recently, so I would definitely recommend doing that. There's like a lot of one of my favorite games of all time is Darkest Dungeon. It is very like HP Lovecraftian horror, but also it's not like over the top. It's a turn-based game. The art's like really awesome in it. It's a little bit more like creepy, but at the same time, just like the overall game aspects itself is really fun. And then there's like, what is it? Is it like Welcome to the Occult or something? I'm trying to remember what it is.
Oh, there's also
it's on Twitch.
Soma's actually really, really good too. Irrational Games makes really, really good psychological horror games. Very good psychological horror games. The Dark Picture anthologies is very, very good too. They're coming out with their third game here soon. Ashes of something or other. That's gonna be coming out soon. I'm just going through like some of the lists that I saw that I've played actually.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of different horror games. So, like I said, horror is people are very picky about their horror. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely varying degrees on like what you kind of want to go with. And most of the games I play are on the upper spectrum of like, these are some scary, gory shit that I'm playing. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I can recommend a lot of what I've been playing.
The Dark Pictures anthology.
Yeah, that's what
you
I
should
just
go
said,
through that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I literally zoned out as you were talking.
Yeah, it was.
So...
You have the Man of Medan, you have Little Hope, and then the third one's coming out. I think in October. I think the third one's coming out in October.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be doing that with chat, and it's gonna be so much fun. It's
Goodness,
gonna be so much fun.
I still need to play the second one with Joe from the trophy room because we were saying we were going to play that because I played the first one with him. And so I keep on meaning to play that with
Little Hope. Really, really good game compared to the Man of Medan. Really good game.
The Man of Medan was it was something.
A game.
Yeah, it was like it lost its thing where like oh man, like I'm intrigued until like got into the ship and you're like
If you haven't played it yet, Crafty, the Walking Dead Telltale series is pretty damn good.
Until dawn. Until freaking dawn. If you want to see this company from its very first game that makes like these anthology series, play Until Dawn. It is so freaking good. It is so good.
Just play Layers of Fear. If you want a like psychological horror game, as an artist, you definitely should play Layers of Fear. It will not terrify you. It won't cause you to like absolutely despise your art supplies. It'll be absolutely fine. You definitely should play that game.
Layers of Fear 1. Layers of Fear 1. 2 was okay, but Layers of Fear 1 was really good. He did, Gary Whitta did, I think, a couple of the episodes for The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I believe for season 2, if I'm not mistaken, at least.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm trying to. Oh, it's Cultist Simulator. That's the game that I was thinking of.
Cultist Simulator. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Cultist Simulator is a really good one.
Project Zomboid. No, don't play Project Zomboid. It's a stress and a half. It's too stressful.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to be doing the same thing in October. I'm going to play some horror games and stuff like that, and I'm really excited for it. And I love horror. Is one of my favorite genres when it comes to movies, games, whatever it is. I love it. So I'm excited for it.
I love horror movies. I am really bad at horror games, as you guys.
Oh, man.
I know it's a huge shock, but I don't do very well with horror games.
You know we're playing Outlast on PIP for October, right?
Yeah, my ears. I just got my hearing back, Fee.
Wow. I'm surprised I still have a voice, Harv.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The scream that ensued yesterday was just too much for me. I did not know.
But yeah, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We have one more question that I need to get to.
Okay.
It's from Mario. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yes, this is a Kelsey ass question right here, apparently. What is Kelsey's favorite Furby variant?
Oh man.
And what is everyone's favorite toy from the 90s? Mine was the Talk Boy from Home Alone 2. Why is his shit so freaking obscure every time.
I don't get it.
It was
I don't
the
get
toy
it.
that was in Home Alone 2.
I don't
And it
remember
didn't
this.
exist, and then they had to make it.
Keep in mind too, I believe Home Alone 2 was also available on Disney Plus when we were working at the store we were working at. So like it's a very good chance he saw that recently. Again, like that's like what's jogging his memory on it.
Did your
You know
cat
what I mean?
reply to you last night?
Otherwise, that's a fucking obscure ass fucking reference because I don't even remember the name of that dude.
All right, Kelsey, your favorite Furby variant.
I had to pull up a photo just so I could show you. Tropical Furby. Tropical Furby is, first off, Tropical Furby is selling for about $350 currently.
My God.
Jesus Christ.
Tropical Furby is my favorite for a couple reasons. First, here he is. Here's that little boy. Love
Okay.
That is
Focus. He's beautiful. Look at his sunglasses.
Okay, I'm
He is amazing.
gonna do
There it
something
is.
here. I'm gonna hope this works, guys. I'm gonna hope this works. Okay, we got a blank here. We got a blank here. This is all of us. Hello, guys. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do right there. That is what we're looking at right there.
Tropical
Yeah.
Furby.
That is, oh, okay.
Yeah, right there too. Yeah, I put it up
There we go.
on the video, Kelsey.
Amazing.
Oh.
Yeah. He's
He
got the
keeps going.
glasses. He's got the
He's
glasses.
got the glasses.
Little pin, and everything.
Yeah, he's got a tropical shirt. Also my favorite part, I don't know why it keeps falling out of focus.
No,
But-
you can put it down. I have an actual image up of it right
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. He has white eyelashes.
now.
I don't know why. I love the white eyelashes.
Okay.
And it's just
good
something
look.
about that Furby. He's living a carefree life.
Why do Furbies get
And-
me out?
Because look at it.
They're kinda weird.
$358. Oh, there we go.
Oh my
$358.
God. When
That's
did
a
these
lot of money.
When did these become Beanie Babies?
I think
Yes.
they've always kind of been like Beanie Babies.
This one is $203. This is just this is an odd body Furby.
Odd
He's a-
body.
Yeah, see, he's a Furby with human body parts.
His legs.
Oh
I'm
God.
Yep.
Odd.
Oh, there's a
body.
price drop on that one. He's only $100 now. But yeah, that one's
Oh,
$200.
hell yeah.
No,
that's-
no, I
No.
I don't want any of that.
what?
I'm trying to find
This one's a little puffed
the
out.
thread you did that was you were assigning people Furbies.
Yes, I should
Because
do
you
another
gave
one of
me a
those.
Furby and I loved it and I can't find the post anymore.
Yeah, I
I-
assigned people Furbies.
horrified.
Yeah.
This is the horror game right here.
Yeah. Let's just go back to the tropical
great.
Furby.
I love that for you.
On the topic of favorite toys from the 90s, I'm gonna go with Talk Boy from Home Alone 2.
What
So Crafties is Polly Pockets, or My Littlest Pet Shops. Polly Pockets, I remember. I do remember Polly Pockets.
Yeah,
Growing
they stood around for a long time.
Yeah.
They were around for a
okay,
good little
it is called my favorite was the Skip It.
Okay, so apparently Oda remembers. I don't remember this toy from Home Alone 2.
Let me Google it. So Skip It, Sly.
Yeah, it's the one where you put it's like a sphere that you put around your ankle and then it has a line and then like a weighted ball and you like it's like you're jumping.
Oh
over
yeah,
it
I've seen this.
as you
Yes,
spin it
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the shit. And oh gosh, this might have been from the 80s, but Lego used to do a box, but it was just like a box and it had like a top that was a Lego top and it was just full of Legos.
So this,
And it like wasn't like a set or anything. But
this
the
right
Lego
here is the
box,
Talk
that was
Boy,
my favorite.
right here.
Looks like a Pip Boy.
It
It actually has the
Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah.
dude. It has the Vaultex font.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
That's interesting. I wonder if the Pip Boy was designed to look like this.
Yeah. So it's kind of, I'm not surprised anymore.
Hold on.
I'm not surprised that's Mario's favorite thing. I'm not surprised.
I'm never surprised when Mario puts out a like obscure comment like that. I'm like,
mine honestly, I don't know what my like 90s thing would be. I really like Biker Mike Bryce from Mars. I had a couple of action figures from them growing up. That was a lot of fun. I don't know if anybody remembers that show. Biker Mice from Mars.
No.
Nope.
The mice from Mars or something like that, and then there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
I only remember that because of a angry video game nerd episode where he reviewed the game. That's the only reason I know that.
I had some action figures. I might have to go with that. But honestly, I had a lot of Hot Wheels growing up, and it was one of those things. When I was growing up, I used to. I don't know why. I don't know what my brain went to when it came to like Hot Wheels and stuff. It was like. I need to simulate traffic.
This is me as a Furby.
Nope. I love
him.
I always simulated traffic when it came to like Hot Wheels, and I was just like, oh, the car's gonna go down this way. There's a light here and stuff like that.
Oh my god!
Weird. I was very weird, and I never did the whole thing where people took the Hot Wheels and like hit each other with it. I was just like, oh, the green light's gonna be going on here, so the traffic's gonna be going, and then it's looking. That was always my thing.
Fiona.
Why is he being crucifixed?
I forgot I gave that one to Fiona.
The Bop?
Oh, I love this.
The
Bop It?
Bop It? Is it the Bop It? Yeah, he said the
Bop It. Yeah, Bop It.
Bop It.
Bop? What?
Bop It's pretty great.
Good. Whenever I think of like a toy from the 90s.
Oh, I remember this thing, yeah. I remember Bop It.
Now I'm realizing that like specifically the Beanie Baby that I'm thinking of isn't actually from the 90s. He was a 2000 edition.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but it was like my favorite thing. Calm down.
It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't count, but it's fine.
I was barely alive for the 90s, and I chose toys from the 90s.
Okay,
just saying.
I was obsessed with Beanie Babies, and I got one on my 9th birthday, and his name was Iceberg, and he was a Beanie Baby. He was like not the small one, but like the larger one, and he was a polar bear. And I took him everywhere. Even though I was 9, I was still like obsessed with him, and I would just like, I love that stuffed animal so freaking much.
So Frank gave me. Do you want to intro this?
That's adorable.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
fair enough.
As a kid, everybody knows. As a kid, whose parents did not want to buy them a lot of toys, had to work with what you got, right? So I had this fucking giant Tonka truck made of metal. This thing was a beast. Look at this thing. It looks small in the picture, but this thing is huge for a kid, right? You can legit pick up a lot of dirt and put in this thing.
Sorry, we don't have the confidence monitor, so I apologize for this, but yeah.
It looks.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, I had the same one. I had a front loader and a backup.
It was just a giant.
There was like a whole set. I had like the whole set.
Yeah, we could only afford the this one apparently because that's all I had. But this thing was fucking awesome. I used to haul my toys in it. They're so heavy, you know what I mean? I used to like throw my toys against it, you know what I mean? You could do so much with your imagination with a dump truck, Tonka truck. I love this thing, dude. I wish I still had it. I'm pretty sure I still do somewhere. But I might have thrown it away at this point. I
definitely still have mine. When I go back home, I'll send pictures for sure.
And it was just the right size for those old school GI Joes, the ones that like were like elastic, like arms and stuff like that, where you could like stretch their arms and you could see little rubber bands inside of them. Yeah, they was the right size for that. So you could just fit like little drivers in there and everything like that. It was like Lego before Lego.
Yeah. My friend had
I
one
also
of
have
those.
to give a shout out to the DC Comics action figures that I think they were probably from like 2003. Like those were the shit.
Okay, I'm gonna bring Fees up right now.
Oh no.
This is Fees. Why does he look so sad?
He was my favorite.
Oh, why am I a polar bear? I hate being a polar bear. I wish I was a regular bear.
I was like, I literally cried. I remembered I was like 15 or 16.
Sure, he is too.
And our family dog ripped him up. Like my
oh
sister,
no,
my
that's such a tragic fate.
I was away for like
That
a day or something,
traumatizing.
and my sister had like, I think it was either like my sister or like I left the door open, and when the dog got onto my bed, took Iceberg and ripped him like almost in half. And then I remember coming home from like, I don't know where I was.
The valley?
Opened. No, I wasn't in the valley. Calm down. Well, I mean, I was, but I digress. I open up the closet, like it had like the hats and shoes and everything, and I just see.
Did they cover up the body?
Bear.
Did they try to cover up the body?
No, I don't know why he ended up in the closet, but he was like half dead. Like his half body was like ripped in half, and I just like look at it and I'm like, what the hell happened? And my mom's just like, Fiona, it's gonna be okay. And I'm like, what do you mean it's gonna be okay? Mind you, I'm now realizing I've always been crazy. I just got really upset and I cried about it. So yeah, now I'm gonna be. You know what I'm gonna be doing now? I'm gonna be looking at eBay for like the weekend to like specifically find one of these guys and buy him.
Okay, I need to ask before we even end this podcast. We're about to end it now here soon.
Yeah.
I want to ask Kelsey, why Furbies?
Why not?
What?
Why not?
What is it? What is it about
That's
Furbies? What is it about the Furbies? Is it like the collectability of them?
Their essence.
Their essence?
Her essence.
Yes. Their essence. Just the air of chaos that is around Furbies.
See, there we go. That's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to see the air, like the chaos of the Furbies, because like when you look at like beanies, like I forgot the animal beanies or whatever.
Beanie babies?
Beanie babies. They don't have the chaos, right? They have the cuteness.
No.
They're like, oh, that's cute.
It's true.
And whenever I see a Furby, I'm like, when is this thing gonna come alive and kill me when I sleep? That's pretty much what I think when I see a Furby.
Yeah.
So I've told this story a couple times, but when I got one of my Furbies in the mail, it came with one of the batteries out. So I put the battery in. So it had both of its batteries. And it just kept, like, no matter how many times I fed it, it would just keep yelling that it was hungry. And I was like, you know what? I can't deal with this. This is like a child, but worse. So I'm going to use Detective Pikachu. I turned it over to take the batteries out, started unscrewing, and the thing starts yelling, no, don't like.
Oh my God.
Oh, I need to take this battery out faster.
Oh shit, we have a surprise guest coming in from the top, what is it, the skyline of the ring. It's that Mario Rivera.
Oh no, Mario's here.
Hello.
Chaos.
So how the fuck, what the hell is a talk boy, and how the hell do you remember that?
I want to say before you go, Mario, when I saw the Talk Boy, I was like, that's a Mario ass fucking toy right there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watched Home Alone, the classic Home Alone 2, right?
Oh my
There's
God.
The seminal scene where he was recording his uncle while he's in the shower.
And this is something you chose to leave in your memory banks.
Well,
That's where we're confused.
But listen, I didn't have income at this time. I would have been a baby boy.
Okay.
So my parents bought me the Talk Boy, which is the exact toy.
It was a real
toy. Yeah, it was a real item.
I thought this was like some make-believe shit. Like, oh
No.
man, I would want that Talk Boy. There's a real Talk Boy out there. Okay.
And all it was a recorder. Let's be totally honest with you. It's just a recorder. That's all it is. And what I did was I would watch movies and I would literally just record the audio, just like the old Kevin McAllister.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having the ball re-listening to movies instead of watching them.
That is so Mario right there. That is like as Mario as it gets.
That's right. That's right.
The more I'm getting to know Mario, the more this all makes sense. After like the year that I've started to know Mario.
I was telling them a lot of times I would come back to the store or go into the store after where we used to work, and you would watch Home Alone a lot. Home Alone would be on a lot.
This one specific part.
Great Christmas film.
It is a great Christmas film. It's a great Christmas film. And Crafty says, Mario, I got you. 100% remember that. It existed. Oh, yeah, that is it is probably one of the best. Anytime it's on TV, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. But on that note.
Mario is supposed to be on vacation right now.
Yeah.
But on that note, guys, thank you guys so much for joining. For coming onto the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
Anytime.
I'm
for being here.
I'm gonna get you to go through all the socials and all that kind of stuff in a second. In a second. But we're gonna start from the top left. We're going to Fee. Where can everybody find you? Audio people can't hear your wave.
Great audio.
In the valley.
In
the valley they can hear you for sure.
Oh my God. Okay, anyway, so y'all can find me at twitch.tv/Zoranix, where I stream. I stream Mondays and Thursdays, and then a random day during the week. This weekend I will be streaming on Saturday and maybe Sunday because I didn't stream last night. And I'm kind of happy I didn't. And you can find me on Twitter at the same thing. You can also find me at Speaking of Stadia over on the Game Source Network over on YouTube. We stream bi-weekly and we talk everything Stadia. So we'll be on this week on Tuesdays, so make sure to check that out. And you can find me on another podcast called Fantasy in Progress, where we talk about all things Final Fantasy. The very first episode released today. And I talk about my experiences comparing to WoW. So thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Sly, where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere on the internet at SlyCloneMC. I'm not going to spell that out for you. It's episode 24. You should know by now. But I do want to ask, I am working on a secret project for Pip that I'm super excited about, and I have a list of people I want to reach out to already, but if you want to be a part of that, I need guests. I'm not going to tell you any more about that now, but if you are interested, please hit me up. I would love to get more people involved in that. I'm super excited for what I've been working on and to be able to share that with you guys. So please let me know.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really, really good. I can't wait to see it on Pip. And yes, Dustin, I forgot to record the first time we started recording.
Yeah, luckily you caught it quick.
I caught it.
It was so good.
I caught it quick because I keep looking at like the thing over here because like I want to see how long we're going. I want to make sure that it's going. And then about 4 minutes in, I was like, oh shit, we're not even recording, guys.
Dustin, we had a flawless opening. We had great banter. And then this motherfucker says,
and everything.
I forgot. And then he calls my ass out and he's just like, we already tried to record this earlier, but I wasn't clicking it. But it seems like Fiona doesn't have enough energy to like make the jokes now. And I'm like, that's not true.
You already made the jokes. You used up your joke quota for the day.
Yep.
It wouldn't seem as genuine if we did the exact same thing, but like a second time.
Yeah, I didn't have energy for another joke either.
Oh my God, that was funny. You know what? We played it off. We had a great podcast.
It worked.
We had a great podcast.
It worked.
Frank, where can we find you?
You can find me on the internet at KestrelNA, where I just talk shit about video games and other stuff. You'll find me on Twitch soon when I figure my stuff out, and you can find me on this little podcast. I don't know if you heard of it, called Fantasy in Progress, where our host doesn't record the first 5 minutes and and I talk about my experiences of my first ever MMORPG, which, if you haven't figured it out, is Final Fantasy 14.
We've never talked about it on the podcast before. Nobody's ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna go first
Quick
before.
question. Hold on, I'm sorry. Now that we have a separate podcast for Final Fantasy 14, we're never gonna talk about that fucking game on the show again, right?
Oh yeah, we know. Just like we're never
Yes.
going to talk about Avengers.
Yeah, just
Perfect.
like yeah. Damn.
And yet I still can't talk about anime.
You could talk about anime. There's no
You
restriction
can talk
on
about anime now.
Yeah,
If you like,
no,
no, that's the
restriction
new
on
point in
anime.
progress way.
We-
If you like something, you don't talk about it.
we never said you couldn't talk about anime. You just are self-conscious about talking about anime because we've said some stuff about anime. That's it.
No, you can talk about anime all you want, Fee.
Yeah.
Talk about anime right now if you want.
Slide talks
Fee,
about
I
the
finally
podcast.
watched Spirited Away.
Over. I've been watching Cowboy Bebop. Okay, I'm going over. I'm gonna leave.
What do I talk about?
I'm leaving.
You got
Hold on.
you got the podcast. Like Slide's got the podcast front going, right? Fee's got the anime front going. So like, let's get it. We could talk about both. We could talk about. Sorry, Kelsey, I cut you off.
Oh no, I was telling Fee I finally watched Spirited Away.
Because she's hyperventilating now. So before she passes out, I'm gonna say that you can find this podcast at Point in Progress, twitter.com/pointinprogress, youtube.com/pointinprogress, where we put out a 12-minute, not a 12-minute, but a 12-minute spoiler cast for the game itself. It was me, Mario, Robo, Robert from Co-op Comedy. It's a great podcast. Go listen to that. And then we just put out the Final Fantasy podcast, Fantasy in Progress. It is me, Frank, and Fee, and we just talk about the game itself, how we compare it to other stuff that we've played before, and about the story. It's going to be an ever-changing thing. We're going to have guests. We got people lined up for guests and stuff like that as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys like that podcast. Give it a like, give it a share, give it a comment, all that kind of stuff. We want to try to put it out more. Even if you guys watch it for like 10 minutes, just put a comment in there. Just be like, yo, this is cool. And then just like,
like it.
Yeah, I like it. Just like, yo, this is a cool podcast. And they're like, you don't have to come back. It's fine. Cool.
Yeah.
You just gotta put that comment there. It's fine.
Get us in the algorithm at least.
Yeah, we
come
gotta come on.
Come on, put us in the slipstream.
What? But I'm gonna before I end the podcast, I'm gonna give it to Kelsey.
Hi.
Where can everybody find you? Tell us about 61Indie before we get out of here.
You can find me at Kelsey Lynn 1031 on all the socials. 61Indie is 61Indie on all the socials again. 61indie.com for reviews, fun stuff. Mike and Kyle did an interview with a dev today that we're pretty stoked about. That's what this little drawing of Broccoli Girl is. I don't know where that came from. But I don't know who drew that because that is very good and I didn't draw it. And in about less than 2 weeks, you could find me hanging out with Frank and Mario at Riot Fest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It'll be great.
I'm gonna live stream the whole thing on Twitch. I'm gonna be one of those guys with the fucking with one of those selfie sticks.
Yes.
I want to make
Mario
a
and
real
Mike are
quick
getting married.
tangent. Love that for them. Some dude at my Shang-Chi showing yesterday came up and asked if I was streaming the movie. If you ever see somebody with a black box at a movie, it's just a caption device. What the fuck?
What the hell?
They asked if I was streaming the movie live, and I was, no, why would I be doing that? Oh my god, I hate hearing people.
But on that note, guys, thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening to episode 24 of the Point in Progress podcast. The one-stop shop for news, recommendations, and spicy takes. Join 5 friends across 4 time zones, 2 countries, as we discuss all things that we love while still thinking critically of them. We'll see you guys again next week. And on that note, progress has been made. Oh,
shout out to Chloe Bennett.
Such a good setup.
And shout out to Chloe Bennett, apparently, too.
Yeah,
So,
that's the only person I can think of on the top of my head.